Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dorkvision stream.
Hello.
You can watch this stream every Sunday from 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to midnight. Catch our sister stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 10 p.m. again Eastern Time. That's with a different group going through the Undermountain. You can find my books on DriveThruRPG and the DM's Guild. Noble Crumpet's Book of Secrets just came out for $5. You can catch that if you want help making puzzles and stuff. It's very useful, at least for me. That's why I made it, so hopefully it can help you too. In the meantime, let's get back into it, shall we? Last time, the Dorkvision stream. You guys continued your fight against the ghouls in the other room, faced a few stray hordlings that found you, promptly throwing them into your portable hole a few times, then caving in the entrance, alerting them to your presence, of course, but at least preventing them from entering that way. Then you guys entered the big skull-shaped door, only to find the Jaguar themselves, and their minions, and Edgrenor, doting over this giant, hulking, undead creature known as the Devourer. You guys were left fending for yourselves as the Jaguar power word killed Zumasu, and then her apparently Rakshasa servant suggested that Mao kill the rest of your team. So that was an issue for most of the fight. But thanks to hefty poison and consistent assault on the Devourer, you guys were able to prevent yourselves from getting fully downed after Thrasir revivified Zumasu, but the Jaguar and Edgrenor got away. Now Zumasu is supposedly cursed by the Rakshasa that he slayed.
I cut off its head. Wasn't a good move.
Bad move, my friend. So let's get back into it, shall we? Alright, it's now weird solemn music. I'm gonna maybe change that to at least something a bit more combat-y, because you guys may have just defeated this this boss fight here, but the entire fortress is still on high alert, and they know that approximately where you are. Little time to rest. What are you guys going to do?
We book it.
Search the room and get the fuck out.
Okay. You guys want to search the room while I call to let what's her face know that we're going to be on our way? What do we call? Is it just the doctor?
The doctor.
Yes.
There you go. Okay, I'm calling the doctor on the thing.
All right, you're probably gonna have to be on hold. Do you have insurance?
You're supposed to help people.
No, this is America. We don't help people. All right. Amidst everything, you guys spend about a minute looking around. You see the remains of creatures that have been absorbed by the Devourer. Their souls are like kind of leaking out and like just like assimilating back into the atmosphere. The Devourer doesn't hold much on it, but the things in the room, there seem to be various magical like implements, and among them seem to be some valuable gemstones, as well as a cache of gold that the Jaguar didn't seem to have time to take with them before they left.
We already have a shit ton of gold. We don't actually need to take more. Gems might be useful.
But let's just dump it into the hole anyway.
You find 1,600 platinum pieces.
Scoop into pocket.
And you find 10 gemstones of varying types. Looks like they were being used for like powdered gems and like other magical implements.
You said how many gemstones?
There's 10 of them.
And I have all the platinum pieces written down.
They are all fairly valuable, and Thrasir can easily tell you that they are worth 500 gold pieces each. Most of them are black pearls, but there are a few like blood diamonds, not blood diamonds, blood rubies, stuck in there. Yikes. Alright. Thrasir, after like appraising the jewels quickly, it's just a cursory glance, but maybe we should get out of here before the hordlings are upon us.
Okay. Can I just RP real quickly and see how's the... I want to just also make sure that the room is secure. So while they're doing that, I was calling.
Calling?
Doctor.
The doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Sending stones. We have the sending stones.
You do.
I gave her one specifically so we could do this later.
You call the doctor.
So
There
I
is
just want to
no
make sure it's
response.
safe. God damn it. Nothing at all? I try again.
It might have something to do with that room. Don't forget, it doesn't exist completely.
Alright, but our goal is going to just be to book it to there, I guess.
Yeah, let's just go.
Alright,
I have
the middle
Fireball
deal.
and I have some spell slots left. So
Okay.
let's
If you want to
disengage
move quickly, there is the pocket.
You'll have to carry all our bags of holding. It's fine, I think, as a group, right?
Your cat
Yeah.
can carry the.
I think we're stronger as a group.
Okay.
Run. I can run fast.
Who has the worst speed? I might have the worst speed. I might actually just get on top of Dora.
Yes, you just don't want to mount, so might as well use a mount.
Okay, hold on a second. Just rearranging a few things.
Mhm.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Okay. Now,
I'm on a cat.
eat. Alright. Brazier's here too.
Nice.
Alright. You are on your cat. You guys go up. You see
Oh
that
shit, actually, how fast is Brazier?
he's normal human speed.
Normal.
Okay, that's fine. Alright.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about that. He's not a dwarf or anything.
Yeah, you
I
guys.
feel like he's a gnome sometimes.
No. Weird. No. he's just a human.
He feels like a gnome in spirit.
I'm gonna make sure that I stay at least 30 feet ahead of everybody at all times, so that if we get hit, I can hopefully.
I think we can match the speed. I can match your speed, so
So you and me at the front, just charging like Naruto.
yeah, we're Naruto running. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys go up
I'll just keep within a
The
few
various-
feet of here.
ramps here, going past the not undead, the horde that you guys had slain before. The carnage from the shrine that was desecrated by you guys. Alright, Mao, I'm gonna have you make a
As soon as I
perception
pass
check,
by
as
that
well as
thing.
Amon.
Okay, perception check.
Yep,
Alright.
because you guys are up ahead. Yeah,
20
easily
for me.
enough. Amon, you're first to hear that there are the sounds of hoots and howls coming from the caverns up ahead.
Can I identify like how many distinct voices?
Approximately, because you had a very good perception. I'm gonna say there's about 10.
Okay, I'm just gonna raise my hand, signal the two fives, basically, saying there's 10
Okay.
ahead.
I'm gonna ready my gauntlet of Fireball.
Okay.
Zara's out.
I only have one
I'm
spell
gonna
point. I'll
back
do
up
what I
because
can.
I can't do anything.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm not going to go too far forward because Kitty's in the way.
So you guys holding out in the hallway, or are you continuing?
I'm gonna be continuing up ahead at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna be readying.
I'm gonna
fuck
trail
shit up.
behind because me being in front doesn't bode well.
Do you want to
My cat's
take an
almost-
initiative order of the order that you are in the hallway, maybe? Try that.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Let me just grab y'all. Do 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 do. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and rearrange you guys so that now is up top. Dang it. Working.
I just change the numbers.
Done. Almost have it. Okay. I think I got it. You guys are pretty much all in order. Have to hit enter. Okay.
Zemo, so you have the Gem of Brilliance, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, because it was also in my inventory.
Alright, Mao. You have the first round of initiative. Nobody can see you because of your stealth check,
Mhm.
of course. But you can tell from where you are that the hordlings are right around the corner.
Fuck, I'm just gonna attack. I'm gonna charge at the first one I see.
All right.
Nate?
Saw that one for a second.
Okay. You reach out and you see a few hordlings popping out of the opposite tunnel. As they rush out, you draw Cinder Smite.
Yep.
Right. Time to familiarize myself with hordlings. Yep. That hits. Righty, that's going to be 17 damage, and roll 20 is really being great today. Also, I will say that you can apply your sneak attack. Yes, very good. That's going to do him.
47.
He goes down. Another hordling tramples over him to continue into the entryway. Alright, anything else?
I'm gonna try disengaging toward the exit.
Okay, I will have you make a perception check as well. A different one. Alright, you notice that there is a string of twine hanging over the pit, or the pile of bodies. It's hanging from the well that is above you guys, and on the end of the twine is what looks to be a sending stone.
Huh. I'll grab that.
Alright, I'm gonna have you make an acrobatics check as you climb up the bodies, unstable as they're like twisting and shifting underneath you. And you leap up and snatch it. It falls away easy. Have it with you.
Hey, Zamosu, can you hear me?
Can I hear her?
Yes.
Oh, frig. Where'd you find this?
Over the dead corpses.
Alright, Boom Crash. It's your turn.
Okay. This is the extent of my movement. I'm going to yeet a fireball in the middle of these fuckers. So.
Alright, ping.
Hopefully I can get over. It's a 20-foot sphere, right?
Yeah.
So, hold on. Yeah.
Yep, you can get all of them. And even if you can't, I'll say when you throw it, the sphere kind of spreads outward a bit, giving it a little more range in that small contained space. Like the original fireball. The fireball blasts from your gauntlet. That's what you're using, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, from Clack's gauntlet, you shoot out a little tiny beam of light, and then it explodes into a burst of fire. Each of them are going to make saving throws. It's there. 2 through 4. 5.
How many d6 is that again? Hold on.
It is 8d6. I know things.
Also, I make notes as most. If we don't need to be here, by the way, we can just exit. And I'm like gesturing to Boom Crash as well toward like this tunnel.
Okay. Since you're shooting the fireball, is there a DC on the gauntlet that I gave?
No. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna say the DC is 16. So that's now looking at it. Only 2 people succeeded. One of the feral ones and one of the other ones. So I'm gonna say it's the ones in the back maybe that were able to stop. Okay. So these guys are gonna take half. Roll for you already did. 33 is they're resistant. Okay. Lots of things that they're flooding back to me as I remember what D&D is this week. Alright, so they are all going to take half damage anyway. So they're going to go down to about, so it's going to be 15, 16, 17? 17, so they're going to go to 15. It's easier for me to type. This guy's going to take half of half, so that's going to be 8. This guy's going to take full, so half, so this guy's going to take 8. Okay. Not as effective as you'd hoped as the Hordlings shrug off some of the fiery effects, but it does do damage to all of them. They're probably all within 1 hit range of you guys now. Anything else for your Boom Crash? Mao is heading towards the exit nearby.
No, that's all I got, and that's the extent of my movement as well, so.
Alright, I'm on.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit. Hold on. Okay, let's do a total dead onto the lead one.
This guy? Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna make Wizzy save. Okay.
Yep. It works. All right, there
La
it
la
goes.
la, he's not listening. Okay, is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Right, Thrazir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. He's gonna have to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he's going to bonus action assist Boom Crash on their next, I guess, attack roll. Zumasu, it's you and Dora.
We're gonna start going up because I can't see anything.
Yep, that's fine. And of course,
Uh-oh,
Dora
roll
can move
23.
first. Roll 20 crashed, I can move it for you. Oh, you moved into the...
It's good going slowly. I went through a wall. Okay, I guess I'll go run to about where the Fizzy is, so I'm in front of them. Can you move me in front of Boom Crash?
I can certainly try. Alright,
Yeah, that's about it because I don't see nobody.
okay. I mean, there are people here. This dude over here.
I can't see him from this angle. Can I even hit anything? I could probably chuck something at him.
45.
I guess I'll chuck something. I'll chuck something at him. I'll just roll for like a javelin, but I'll let you know what I throw.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll use a hand axe because they're the same thing.
Eat. Right.
Eh.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
So that'll be actually 5 because of the strength not being added there.
Okay, 5 damage.
And that's all I got.
What were you throwing, technically?
Javelin.
Alright, javelin's sticking out of him. It pushes him back a bit and he has to snap it off. And it's his turn. He snaps off the javelin, roars, and rushes in. 1, 2,
Oh, that was
3,
my last javelin.
4, 5, 6. And I guess for now he'll pull out his crossbow and shoot at Zumasu. Why
Ooh.
not? And he misses.
Yeah.
Alright, this guy's turn. 1, 2, 3, 6. This guy's going to fully engage and is going to run up to the cat, but that's all he can do this turn. While another Hordling is going to do the same. This one goes up to Boom Crash, casts the Fireball, and this guy is also 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. They're mostly all getting in range of you guys this turn. This guy climbs over the bodies. 2. Okay.
That's rough terrain.
It is, yeah. It's a pile of bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy's going to shoot with his crossbow at Dora, I guess. And he does get the bonus, so he's going to get +5 to this as you get
Oh, no.
overwhelmed. So that's going to be 17.
I think that hits.
Okay. So it's just 3 piercing damage, and he's going to do a menacing attack on this to add a d12. Okay, very low damage for this. Almost minimum.
That is lucky.
You take 5 as a glancing blow hits Dora. The feral hordlings start their attack. They're going after each other, so I'll move them at the same time. They don't have ranged attacks, so they're just going to go in. Okay, he can't make it all the way over the bodies, so he's just going to make it to the bodies. Okay. They end. This guy's dead. He's killed by Mao. Mao, it is your turn. It looks like the Hordlings are now upon you guys, although they haven't had a chance to get many attacks in.
Drop the bow there at that edge, and pull out the scimitar, and then go after the nearest one.
Alright,
Ha!
pull out your scimitar, leaping over the bodies towards the Hordling. It clatters against their armor as they swat your sword away.
I hate you.
I thought you were gonna say inspiration.
I would like to use my inspiration.
Right, right out the gates.
A 2.
You spin around him, but he manages to like kick a body that you're standing on, and you stumble a bit. Anything else?
Nope. I just gesture. You should all probably run as fast as you can.
Boom Crash, it is your turn.
Okay, I would like to use my wand to cast Erupting Earth.
All right, I think that hits pretty much all of these guys right there, right?
Yeah. It's just I want to make the area so that all of these guys get hit, and they also have a tough time getting to us. So.
All right, sure.
Okay.
Just
So,
put it on
Erupting
the
Earth.
squares. Right.
And that's 3d12 bludgeoning on a failed save.
It is Dex, right?
I believe so. Dexterity save, yes.
Do the feral dudes. Okay. What is the DC for that? For the wand?
For some reason, I don't have it written down. I think it's 16.
Sure, whatever. I believe it. If anything, we can default to yours anyway.
Yeah,
okay.
so 17. Yeah.
So, in that case, 2 people made it. 2 of the hordlings. I'll say, the ones on the furthest edge probably didn't get it. Okay. So, 23 damage. Halved. It's gonna be 12. That's enough to kill this guy. And let's see. Say this guy's taking the full, so he goes down. These guys are at 3. The big hordlings did not pass. So they take the full brunt of the damage as the earth begins to shatter once more from the sudden striking of your glacial wand. The ground cracks beneath them, and the hordlings start to fall on their faces, and rocks fall from the ceiling, clattering into 2 of them that die. The hordlings shrug it off. The feral hordlings shrug it off as they continue to fight. Anything else for your turn? Goose also has a turn if they need it.
Yeah, I'm going to send Goose up the hole so he can scout ahead. So,
Alright.
Goose fly.
Goose soars up the hole. I'll let you know what they see on your next turn, probably. Amon, it is your turn.
Alright, so, which are we heading?
I think we're heading up. Is that right, Mal? Or are we heading this way?
Out? I like out.
Yeah.
I think they both lead out.
Yeah, Goose is scouting out up, so at least you can check that out first. But you also have scouted out that direction, and that hallway does lead out.
Amon, you should pick up my bow.
Okay, since you said it, I will pick it up. And okay, I guess I'm gonna do total dead onto this thing because it just might as
Sitting
well.
there.
Squish it.
Well, it's also so the Boom Crash can disengage without any trouble.
Thank you.
The hordling
Doesn't
is
work.
not listening to you.
Yeah, it doesn't work. None of this freaking works.
At least I saved you a button press. Alright. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
It is Big Thrasy's turn. He has one more spell point. Can he use anything with that? I can do a Ray of Gold. That'll work. Okay. He might as well try that. And he's gonna shoot that at perhaps the feral hordling to make sure that it hits. I'm gonna do a spell attack. Oh yeah, it's gonna hit. It's gonna deal 2d8 damage. Nope, 2d8 damage. Ignore the first one. Oh, the first one was right. Process that one before my incorrect one. It's gonna take 9 radiant damage, and this guy is essentially blinded until his next turn. Alright. Oh, and I guess Thrazir can move. He'll move towards the exit and get inside. Zumasu, it is your turn. Brazier is escaping down the hallway as he shoots a beam of radiant golden light towards the big hordling in the back.
Okay, so I'm mounted. I can do some things and Dora can do separate things. So I'm gonna attack the one that's next to Boom Crash.
Okay.
I crit, so max damage.
Yeah, he goes down.
Okay, so now I'm attacking another one that's This one's down too? Okay. So the other one that's almost down. I'll attack that one then.
Sure. Yeah, Dora spins you around and you're able to swipe the head off of the one attacking Boom Crash, as beheading is a theme for you tonight.
And I only did 5 to the other guy, but is he dead? The one with almost
He
dead?
is still dead. You get a glancing blow, but it just grazes a bad wound, and he
Femoral
goes
artery.
down. As he
Okay.
stumbled over like the rubble, you like stab him with a little press, and he goes down.
Okay. Damn it. But if I move... Because technically Dora can disengage and start running off, but I don't want to leave Boom Crash here. But is there rough terrain in that spot?
Yeah,
Yes.
that entire box.
Alright. I'm gonna disengage and just go right here for now.
Okay, Dora disengages.
So she's gonna cover the end, giving enough space for people to go through, but at least make them have to move to get up to her.
If your mount disengages, but you aren't disengaging, can they still attack you?
Oh,
I
because
don't
it's
think so.
forced movement does not trigger attack opportunity, because that's the same reason why we can't attack opportunity things that Boom Crash pushes away.
Yes, that was the logic. That's why the mounts are useful.
Yeah,
but if I do
just
that
didn't know
again,
if
the
there was
mount...
an exception for that rule for mounted, but that would be how I would understand it. Okay.
Yeah, and that's also why mounts aren't supposed to necessarily attack unless they're intelligent, either, if you're mounting them. But
Alright.
Dora's intelligent, so she got flexibility.
All right. Anything else?
Nah, that was everybody. Everybody used their actions.
This guy's down.
Everybody.
This guy's down. This guy's down. This guy's down. This guy's up. This guy's gonna attack Mao. He's gonna ram into you, Mao, and miss. As you dodge away from it, he goes down with a overhead flail attack, which completely misses and sinks into one of the bodies below you guys. He ends his turn. This poor sap is going to... It's kind of good over here. He's gonna hold his action to shoot once the hordlings engulf somebody. And do it they shall. This guy's gonna head over to Boom Crash, and this guy's going to head over to... Now,
Bring it on.
which isn't enough to actually get 3 to surround them, but that's fine. They're not that intelligent. Either who, this guy's gonna attack Boom Crash with his big ol' hammer. He swings it around his head, but you're able to duck underneath it fairly easily. He then scoops his head down with his tusks to try and gore you. But again, Boom Crash, you're able to kind of blast his head away with your Eldritch Blasts. Meanwhile, this guy's going to attack Mao. He has disadvantage on his next attack, which is this one. He swings and misses, unable to see. He gets the sparkles out of his eyes, and then he goes for a gore attack on you. Right, and that one misses as well. Meanwhile, this guy held his action. He's going to shoot at Mao. So you have the most people around you. Still not enough to give him the overwhelm bonus, but he didn't need it. It's going to be 8 piercing damage to you, Mao. Any responses?
I would like to react and catch it.
Okay. Use your missile deflection. Gloves, as it were. Is that plus anything?
I think it might be plus dex. But basically, if it reduces it to 0, it's just no damage.
Yeah, and if it's plus anything, then it will reduce it to 0.
Yeah, if you need to push on, go ahead. It's taking a while for this thing to load up.
Yeah, Roll20's been acting up tonight. I know that they're looking into the issues, but it's mostly laggy. So, Mao, it is your turn again. I'm just going to say you took no damage from it.
Okay. It'd be 1. If there's ever one that's important. I'm gonna attack the feral one.
Alright, you spin towards the big guy looming over you, and you slide underneath him, and you're able to get a stab. All right. Nobody else is threatening this.
Nope.
So that's just the 13 plus 1. Okay. And he takes a bad wound, but he's still swinging around. He is bloodied. Anything else?
I am going to hold my ground.
Mooncrash, it is your turn.
Oh, I don't want to incur an attack of opportunity, so I'm going to
Blast him away.
hold on. Maybe
Disengage and walk.
Run! Run!
but I don't want to ditch Mal.
I
Well,
am
if you-
glaring at you to run.
I know you have disadvantage on attacks, but you do have multiples, so... you're also being
I also
assisted by
have-
Thrazir, I think. Well, that was
I
last
also
round.
have burning hands.
You have that.
so,
But they
with
also
that-
are resistant to fire, you remember.
Yeah, damn it.
Still do it. Just won't do as much as you want.
I don't want to waste that then. Yeah, I think Eldritch Blast is the way to go, unfortunately. Oh, actually, better.
Snowball Swarm?
That's 30 feet. 30 feet? Can I kind of see that?
Yeah.
Where? Okay.
If
Fucking
anything,
Misty
I'll say
Step.
maybe right here, behind him on.
Yeah. Misty Step.
Okay.
Bonus action.
As the Hordling swings, he hits nothing but mist as you step into the shadows and emerge right behind him on. That is a bonus action. You still have
Okay.
action if you want.
Can I cast a spell? No. Cantrip?
You can cast a cantrip, yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to Eldritch Blast the feral hordling that is threatening Mal.
Alright. All three of them? Oh, one of them's a natural 20. A lot of 20s in there. One completely missed, but it guided its head right into your other blow. So that's going to be a 11 for the first one, and then max damage for the other one, which is going to be 13. And that brings him down. He dies and is flung into his hordling friend. Well, I'm going to say he's strong enough he is able to like punch him off to the side. So he is still standing.
And yeah, and I guess the most effective thing that we can do is get the fuck out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm gonna keep moving.
Right. I'm on. It is your turn.
All right. It's not gonna work, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Hold it dead. It's
On that guy. Okay.
It's not gonna work.
It worked.
No.
He didn't take damage, so he actually is only going to take 16, which is one of the first times that's actually happened. Usually takes so long for Toll the Dead to work. Alright, yeah, he
Yeah.
finally heeds the call to death, and his body starts to, melt away a bit. Blood is coming out of his ears as he claps his hands over them. On, you retreat down the tunnel. Anything else?
Well, that's good enough for me.
Do what you want, because a pirate is free. It's time for Thrazir. Let's see what he sees. He's going to... Well, you know, I still have these magic rocks. I'm just gonna throw a few. Yeet! Unfortunately, the Hordling has cover, but he has a pretty good spell attack, so let's see if it goes. Alright, well, that is a 20 total, so that's gonna hit. For 1d6 plus 5, so 10.
By the way, I might need you to do my move for me, Chris, because D20 is having me roll again.
Roll 20's having you roll again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, the magic stone bonks the Hordling on the head. Then Thrazir is going to use his bonus action to assist Mao on your next attack, so you have advantage.
Oh.
Zumasu, it's your turn.
Okay, I do not say things, so can I just ask you a few questions? First of all, is anybody within 15 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to do this. Since I have mounted combat, I'm going to utilize it to the fullest. I want Dora to go forward 15 feet, allow me to swing, and then she can disengage, and I go back to where I was.
Alright.
It's a mounted combat strategy.
Okay, Dora goes in towards the Hordling, climbing up onto the pile of corpses. Do you want me to roll for you?
Yeah, roll an attack on that guy, see if it first hits.
Okay. Hope these macros are working because I don't want to open a character sheet right now. Alright. Is working, and that does hit. So we do 6, and you add a d8. So that's another 8, so that's 14. This Hordling goes down with a smashing of electricity.
Okay, I got the page back. There's no other Hornlings around me, right?
One just died. There's nobody around you.
Okay, I don't even need to disengage. Dora could just use the rest of her movement.
Yeah, if you want, Dora can move down towards this Hordling and probably get a pounce off because they've moved at least 20 feet at that point.
Yeah, actually, we'll do that. We'll do that, and I'll make my second attack. Well, can I make a second attack in that fine, or does it have to be the same target at the same location? DM discretion in there.
Wait, what is it?
Could I, since I only made one attack and downed a guy, could I make a second attack against this one?
Yeah.
Or does it not? Okay.
That's a rule. You can. Everybody has spring attack in this.
Okay.
That's the feat from 3rd edition. That means you can split up your attacks. But yes.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Okay, so I'll make an attack, Dora will make an attack. We'll just finish this up. So that hits.
It does.
Okay. So that. Let me check on Kitty. Pounce, and let's see if she hits. That hits.
That is
Okay,
a hit.
he's got to make his strength to see.
Do damage first. Okay. Let's do. This guy's resistant to anything. Nope, I didn't give them any resistances. 2 normal damage. So he's gonna make a strength save. Okay, yeah, he holds his ground even against this massive beast. He holds up his maul and two-hands it against Dora's claws that slam into him, and she is biting over the interposed maul and slashes at his face with her saber teeth. But
Had to get a freaking natural 20. Alright. Alright, that's all I got.
all right, it's this guy's turn. This little guy. He is just gonna run up to Dora. Can just barely make it there, and he's gonna do a full attack. He swings his flail. Sure. And
That misses the first one.
that misses the first one
Second one
because of the
hits.
disadvantage. The second one hits for 7 bludgeoning, and then a strength save. I'm gonna say. Actually, no. Dora's larger than it. I'm gonna say that doesn't actually work,
Good.
regardless of your save. I should have put that clause in there, but I didn't think it would matter. Okay, so
Takes
Dora
7
just
damage?
takes 7 damage, and then he's going to menacing blow,
Uh-oh, Dora's not looking great.
and takes another 8.
Oof!
As
no.
Dora is grappling with the feral hordling, this little shit comes up and swings his flail into Dora's side, shredding a bit through the fur. Dora howls in pain. Actually, that was a ram attack. Either way, statement stands. It's this guy's turn. This guy's going to whack at Zumasu with the maul after shoving Dora off of it, and it misses. He's going to swing again with the maul.
That's a lot of damage.
This time
oh
it
shit,
hits.
that's a lot of damage.
For 19 bludgeoning.
Holy shit, okay.
He's gonna
I'm
add
still
his menacing
standing, but...
blow.
Oh no! Oh no, 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 no.
Oh no no! Oh my god. Okay, nice.
I'm still standing. Holy shit.
Right. These guys are awfully menacing, but not menacing enough to down you guys. As they terrifyingly group up on you and Dora. The Frank Frazetta image in the making. This guy's dead. Now it is your turn. You have advantage on your next attack, which means that you can apply sneak attack.
I will hop over this hordling and attack the feral one.
Well, I guess you can apply it anyway. Alright, that's gonna hit. Most def, and yeah, that's already more than enough to bring him down.
Sad sneak attack.
You leap over the felled hordling and slash up at the creature's neck, gutting it. It dies, quickly bleeding out, sputtering on the ground.
And then I will run away. And bonus action disengage to run away further.
Right. While you're doing that, it is Mooncrash's turn. There's one hordling left, and Zumasu and Dora are not looking great.
Okay, I'm going to. Shit.
I'm kind of in the way.
Yes, you are kind of in the way.
You could hold your action until I run through the hallway. Or move out of the way, because I could totally disengage.
I was going to cast Dragon's Breath on Goose again. Because
I mean, that could
I
work.
have another slot of that, and send him to buy us time. So
That's fine.
okay, so Goose here.
Right.
Cast Dragon's Breath for what was it? Acid. That was the good one.
Acid.
This is pretty good.
Used acid last time.
Yeah, so that one seemed to work. So I'll just send him off.
Right. Goose perches on your shoulder, and you just kind of whistle, and Goose turns all green and gross looking and flies out into the battlefield. All right, let's clean up this house. And do they have enough movement to swoop around and get the hordling?
I think you would have to use 2 move actions in order to get there.
They have fly 50 feet, so let's see.
Oh, they do? Oh, I thought it was significantly less.
Well, assuming they were like on you, maybe they could get there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that can technically do a cone, starting from there and right here.
Okay. I'll trust you on that one because
Yeah,
I don't
Dora's
wanna
like
do-
on the edge there, but it's not enough to be very harmful. So I'm gonna have the Hordling make a dex save as Goose comes up just over Zumasu's shoulder and bursts out a gout of acid. The Hordling is not expecting this, understandably. Who does? And he's gonna take full damage.
Just screams, "Why is there acid?"
A full, thrilling 9 damage. Unfortunately, it's not enough to down the creature. It does get on his fur and starts singeing it away. There's a terrible smell in the room now. In addition to the pile of bodies, but you know.
Okay, and I'm just gonna communicate to Zumasu, like, let's get the fuck out of here. Come on.
Okay.
I'm on.
All right. Let's. I don't see anyone. I gotta keep on trucking.
Alright,
Yep.
you keep on trucking. and
Adios.
I will understand that. You go off the map for a bit.
Yep.
Trazir's turn. Trazir has one more magic stone. It's a lot more cover here than he's used to. He's gonna yeet another stone. So, 18 does not hit the Hordling. It actually hits Dora, most likely.
If it's a 9, does her AC not get hit by it though?
No, it's a 9 plus his 9.
Oh. No.
Since it's enough to hit the Hordling without the cover, but not enough to hit him with the cover, he hits the cover. That's how I that.
Okay.
Thankfully, it's only 6 damage to Dora.
Tora just yells at him like what? Like.
I am sorry. I am very sorry. I am going back. I'm going back. Help. He does the help action on Dora.
Well, use it on. Okay, I'm gonna attack because Dora's gonna disengage. I'm gonna attack twice to see if I can down this thing before I run away.
Okay. You
Is
spin
that
around
it?
on Dora, and that is going to hit.
Okay.
7 plus 8. That is exactly enough to down him.
Okay. I did it! I say, and then Dora starts booking it. She's gonna make 2 move actions then.
Sure.
So I-
You guys start barreling towards the exit, and if it pleases the Boom Crash, I can have Goose soar out of the well as you erupting earth the exit to block any other pursuing hordlings.
That sounds fabulous.
As you guys rush outside.
Oh, that was weird. I tried to put myself on top of Dora and it kicked me off.
It was because I accidentally clicked on you. I was trying to move you as well, but it instead opened your menu. It did a bunch of shit. Alright.
I thought I'd clip through a wall and it was like, no!
You guys rush out towards this exit that you scouted out before. It leads to like this simple tarp covering an opening in the pockmarked side of this essentially red mountain that the Jaguar's fortress is standing upon. So I'll just take you briefly to the outside of the fortress. as you see hordlings are swarming all over the place. Goose gets out and flies over the scene, seeing hordlings riding giant lizards that seem to be natives to the Scablands. It looks like
Mortimers!
yeah, mini Mortimers. Well, totally normal-sized Mortimers. You guys are about on this side of this side. Also, I need to change that because the hostages are also no longer in the pen that were up here. So you guys briefly exit the Jaguar's grand stronghold here. And there are a few arrows being fired after you guys, but they mostly are stray arrows that land in the sandy dunes and stones nearby. Let's get the hell out of here! And you guys tumble down the dunes, escaping the place for now. But we do have a problem, as there are griffins that do pursue you guys.
Knew it.
They're the ones that you guys saw earlier. So, as you guys make your way down the mountain, it looks like there's a way to scramble down that the hordlings use, but it is rather rocky. I'm going to need you guys to make acrobatics checks to stumble down there.
Can I have the cat make it? Because I'm terrible at
You
that.
certainly can.
I'm riding the cat?
You can drag in Dora to do that.
Okay.
Do one for Thrazir. Skill.
Cat is okay.
Yes, I'll use my inspiration to re-roll that terrible 4.
Okay.
Yes, that's a roll.
Okay.
Are
less
you also
mediocre.
using inspiration?
Yeah.
Right, we've eaten 3
I
of them.
also rolled.
It was very
Yeah.
early eating of inspiration.
Just so you don't forget.
Yeah. I guess that's true too. And you
Either way,
start
you-
strong. So,
Yeah.
you guys start stumbling down the rocky escarpment, and Thrazir is having a hard time of it, as is Dora, surprisingly. Looks like the path was made for hordlings and not for giant tigers. You guys are going to end up slipping and take some damage.
Uh-oh. This might be bad.
You guys slip down about 30 feet, taking 3d6 damage. I'm going to need you and Thrazir... Well, you, Dora, and Thrazir to make dexterity saves.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I got a 13, or no, I got a 9. Dora got a 17, technically.
Alright. Thrazir also did not do great. Thrazir's going to take 10 damage.
Even with a +4?
You guys... I guess he might have been within 10 feet of you guys. You guys aren't, like, all right next to each other. In fact, you guys are, like, spreading out to avoid the arrow fire, probably.
Okay.
But Dora's definitely right next to you. Thrazir's going to take 10. And then I'll do you guys. Thrazir is not looking great. He's at 13.
I might get knocked out.
Like, we're knocked out.
I am knocked out. I have the parry up, so at least I'm not in danger of dying, but I'm knocked out.
And this is for Dora.
Dora might get knocked out.
Dora is also knocked out. Alright.
How much was it?
It's 13 for you, 11 for Dora.
Even with a half damage?
Oh, Dora took half, so actually that's 6. So Dora's at 1.
He's at 1 health.
Holy fuck.
There's a cat. I'm just writing a cat unconscious. How does that work?
So
Just have to
I'll
be
describe it.
careful.
As you guys are leaving, Zumasu and Thrazir are kind of the last people out, as everybody else is either faster or further down the tunnel. As you guys pop out, Thrazir kind of falls. It startles Dora, who skids a bit, and then you guys take a tumble, falling about 30 feet down into a less traveled region of this slope. Unfortunately, as you're going down, Dora is able to keep you in the magically created saddle of you guys, but your head kind of skids along the rocks, and
I get a thunk on my head.
yeah, you essentially get a thunk on your head. There was a weird yell outside. But yeah, you skid along the rocks, it clatters against your helmet, and you're knocked unconscious. Thrazir is okay, but he fell down a bit as you guys are escaping.
If I just hopped off of Dora, I would have been fine, because I have the stupid boots that can cling to stuff. God damn it, okay.
So I think you're actually fine because Dora is still conscious. She can actually continue to take you El Cid style down the rest of the mountain.
As long as she doesn't poof.
Okay. That was actually the last check I was going to do for that. It's not a particularly tall mountain. It was designed for them to get down it fairly easy.
So that was just like the ladder, whatever portion of it that's harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, now that you guys are at the base of the mountain, you can see that griffins are starting to spiral in the skies, looking for someone to hunt. The hordlings point down where their arrows are shooting, and the griffins start flying down towards you guys. Do you guys want to do anything before they engage with you guys?
Pocket,
Do you guys have a way to get out of here?
pocket, and run.
Okay, definitely do that.
I'm unfurling it to at least get people to hop in who are very low, like Lizzie.
You pop open the box, whip out the hole, and kind of like spread it out like a bed sheet on the ground. Get in, everyone! And everybody gets in. Zumasu is unconscious, but Dora understands being an intelligent beast and leaps inside. There is not a lot of room in there with the saber-toothed tiger.
I stabbed Dora.
You stabbed
No!
Try.
Wouldn't it make more sense just to let her run around? I would say she'd throw me instead.
I don't know how is she gonna like drop you off.
She'd just pick me up off of the saddle and drop me in the hole, and then she'd stay out there
Like
and
a
probably get
kitten
shot.
riding on her back.
Yeah.
It'll just scruff him.
Yeah,
and
she's
she
just
can
scruff-
run off and be a distraction.
Sure.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Dora would probably think to do that. So, Dora,
She also plucks off my bag of holding and hands it to Mao. She-
I don't know if she's
I'll
that
grab
intuitive.
it. I can see things.
Okay, I just don't want to make a vortex, so everybody pluck off their things and pass it to Mao as you jump in.
Mm.
There's a little pile
Gotcha.
of bags next to Mao.
Yeah. Cool. So you guys, Bone Crash takes off the bag of holding. Realizing this, you grab the one from Zumasu before it gets put in there. And Dora is now with just Mao. Meanwhile, inside...
No, Goose too. Goose is staying out so he can drag its breath and bark on things.
Nice.
Oh, that's true. He could intercept them as they're coming down to at least give them one acidy bath.
That is
I
Yeah.
was more worried about the unconscious Zumosu and the nearly dead Thrazir.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to make a medicine... Actually, no, we don't need to make medicine on
Carry out the
Zumasu.
wounds.
They know I'm fine.
Okay.
Um,
Then I'm just going to look at Thrazir, see if he has healing items left. I think he might, but I don't remember if we used them
He
last
used an
time.
awful lot of everything.
Yeah, I think we did end up using the rest of them. Did we give you guys aid last time you guys rested? I think we did.
I think
Fog
we did.
Cloud. I cast Fog Cloud.
Okay, where? Oh, getting out of the hole.
Yeah, so we have some obscurity. Like-
Okay, sure.
Yeah, before I jump in.
It is out in the open, and it's understandably a bit small for the kind of big battlefield that's about to happen. But you do at least cover where Mao's initial direction is going to go. So the place gets obscured. Everybody piles into the hole. Dora, is Dora going with you guys?
Dora's gonna look at Mao and then just kind of make a motion like, you go that way, I'll go this way.
Yeah.
So we'll run in opposite directions once the fog cloud is up.
Dora
So she
rushes
can pull
off in one direction as the griffins immediately take chase to the giant beast with a
She
saddle
gives
on
a
its
pause
back.
up and looks back.
Mao, make a stealth check. Of course, you have advantage as you are Dale. Okay. 26 will do it. They do not see you, but they do make their pursuit from Dora, and eventually the hordlings catch up on their undead griffins, and they are able to put Dora down, who fades into celestial mist.
How much damage does Goose get before he's popped?
Goose, as they fly out of the well, and look around, you're able to zoom after the griffins that are in pursuit of Dora, and any that are like still on the lookout for Mao. Goose kind of goes in and attacks them. So I'm gonna have them make dex saves. Do an actual thingy. They're a little spread out, so it's hard to get all of them in a 15-foot cone.
Yeah, that's fine.
But they do fail, so they're going to take full damage.
And I rolled terribly. Whatever.
Yeah. It's a living.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, they don't take a ton of damage, but they are taken off of Mao's set. Mao, I'm going to have you make a survival check as you navigate this valley here, trying to get your best way through the hordlings that are starting to pour out of the other various tunnels built into the sides of the mountain while the griffins chase you guys. You're looking for your best place to hide and pop everybody out of the hole, but it looks like the place is absolutely swarming with the remaining hordlings. Some mounted with giant lizards, others on the backs of griffins. The place is starting to get really crowded. I'm going to say that one of them has popped out of the side and is going to attack you. Say it's one of these dudes on the lizard back.
If there's any point within this chase, I know it's theater of the mind, but either small cavern or...
That's what you were looking for, essentially.
Yeah. I have darkness, I think, still.
Yeah, I don't think you've used it.
No, because we
You
used
find a
fog.
small enough cavern, you can make it dark enough like it's a thing
Yeah.
to hide in.
We used fog cloud to get the those other hordlings to fall into the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
darkness.
But with this failed survival check, that does bring one of them a bit closer to you. And he gets an natural 20.
Oh no!
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, you can uncanny dodge this.
Okay.
It's only a max of 11, so you're gonna take 6.
Hilariously, because I'm inside the hole, I can't see this, so I can't save you.
True.
You get a
can't
weird
see the
nagging
opponent.
feeling that somebody's getting critically hit in their vitals. But thankfully they're able to dodge some of it. Another flail attack goes wild as the lizard clings to the side of the wall. You skid down another escarpment, and I'm gonna have you make a new stealth check to try and get away from this dude.
26 reliable talent.
Okay. I check his... Okay, it's actually, I think, quicker for me to just have him make a perception check instead of checking his character sheet, because it rolled 20s. Yeah, okay, so sure. It's scrabbling along the walls, but as you are able to skid down in a way, you jump into some brush, and you're able to throw it off your scent. With you ducking low and beneath the brush, I'm going to have you... you need to find a way to probably distract this guy, because he's blocking your one potential exit out of here. Do you have any ideas?
I reach into Zamosu's bag and I'm going to grab the gem of brilliance.
Alright.
That'd be in the bag of holding.
Yeah, you can place this
Yeah, that's
bag.
what you said.
Yeah, I have all the bags.
Okay,
All your
yeah.
shit.
You pull out the
Um,
Gem of Brilliance, and, yeah. Do you know how to
I'd
use
like
it?
to. No, because I just know it's a gem of brilliance, so I'm going to chuck it.
Oh no, that's not how it works at all.
Because I think it's like a bomb, like the vial.
Flashing-
It's like a
bomb.
flash. It's like a flashlight thing.
Well,
Well, I mean, it's like a flashbang you hold like a flashlight.
the compendium is not working. If you'd like, I can have you make a insight check to figure out how it works. I assume Zoom also briefed you guys on this.
No.
Probably brief her barely on it.
Yeah,
make it.
no.
You have her make an intelligence check to see if she remembers that it's not like the smoke bomb.
Well, no, she got a natural
Got
20 on the
25.
insight, and I do have a vague memory of you briefly telling people how it worked, because it was unusual in how it worked.
Yeah, you basically cast a spell from the gem, and it's like you can either blind people or there might have actually even been one damage thing in it, but I can't open it right now because roll 20 is still kicking me out.
Okay, Brilliant Beam of Light at one creature you can see within 60 feet, DC 15 con, or become blinded for a minute. So yeah, I'll do a con save if you want to use that.
Yeah.
Thinking to throw it, you suddenly realize how it works, and then point it towards the unsuspecting hordling that's looking for you. As you pop up, it looks right at you. You focus your mind, and the Gem of Brilliance shoots out a beam of radiant light. It's a flash of light, so it is like able to be seen by everybody, but only the griffins are really going to keep. Only the griffins are really going to take notice. This hordling is, of course, blinded, as is the lizard that's riding it. You're able to get away from this dude. However, the griffins are now on you. I'm going to need a new survival check as you try and find a good place to hide.
Rude.
Alright, one of the griffins swoops in low. It's the same one that Goose is chasing after. I'm going to have them get hit by Goose again. I'm going to have the griffin get hit by Goose. Well, both of them, sorry. I'm going to have the griffin not attack Goose, but I'm going to have the hordling try and shoot at Goose when it does have the chance. Okay, the hordling fails its save against Goose's next blast, which is going to be another 10. I think we can only roll 10s tonight for that.
Not late.
Which is still doing its number. Okay, as the griffin goes after Mao with Goose in pursuit, the hordling kind of Parthian tactics it and spins around in the saddle to shoot at the ensorcelled crow. Oh, actually, I don't know if that hits Goose. Don't think it does, because I think Goose has 12 AC. It's plus 2 dex. That misses. It whizzes off into the air. The griffin is going to swoop down, though, towards Mao. It's going to get an attack off. Come on, roll 20. No, you can do it. Okay, it tries to reach at you with its claws, Mao. It does land it below, I think, if 17 hits you.
Yeah, 17 hits. Okay, dodge. Oh wait, has it been?
Yeah,
it
it's
has
definitely,
been,
because we're in Theater of the Mind. There's like several rounds passing in between these. So that's going to be 8 damage to you.
Best of luck.
Still running.
It then swoops just out of range. You can see it like dripping with what seems to be this strange bile or black ichor. It's dripping from its beak as well as it goes to try and snap at you, but it's moving out of range as the hordling rears it up. Okay, I'm gonna have you, Mao, make a new stealth check as you once again try and avoid this griffin.
26, reliable talent.
Okay, so that's gonna be. Okay, I think you have like 3 successes and 3 failures here. Or no, 2 failures. Because 2 failed survival checks. So,
Yep.
If you do get 1 more failure, the skill challenge will result in a failure. And everybody will need to get out and get air.
Mhm.
So I'm just letting you know that.
Mhm.
You do get away from this hordling and the griffin. You need to find a hiding space. You can try another survival check like I've been doing, or you can try something else. What would you like to do?
What if I hide the pocket and jump in?
That's a big risk. I don't like that idea.
It just needs
And
strength
also,
check 12 to
we're
get
back
out.
holding. And if you lose all of our money, I'm going to be pissed.
That's fair. That's fair.
We also only have like a few minutes left before we have to take up for air, right?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
I just well, actually, my suggestion doesn't mean anything, so I'm not gonna say anything. It's up to you to think of what to do.
I have a figurine of tweeting.
Alright.
Which I
Doesn't it
think-
return to you?
Doesn't it also make like duplicates though of itself and just goes around and just like perpetuates noise?
But doesn't it come back to the owner eventually?
It does eventually.
I mean, that might buy you enough time to hide, but then they might follow it back.
It might work.
It's either that or distilled like the poison gas, and that's only gonna do so much.
I have a fly scroll and alarm, and yeah, sorry, there's not much that I got. Hold on, what's in my bag of holding?
I mean, at least Boom Crash has artillery, so it might be worth just trying again and then pooping out Boom Crash to help you out.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's up to you because you're the only one that you can't hear us. So it's all up to you, actually.
I'm just scattering for stuff within my pack that I have. I guess I'll use the figurine of tweeting to at least like throw it up in the air so that it can cover their faces and distract them, so I can still try to run.
Okay, what are you tweeting out?
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Any hashtags?
Hashtag fuck you!
Okay. You send the tweet, and the emerald figurine of a bird transforms into a animated object and starts flying up in the air. It starts multiplying itself out and starts intentionally seeking out all the humanoids within a 300-foot radius of you, and tells them to fuck you repeatedly. This is effectively, I'm gonna say make a deception check as you use this to hinder their efforts at searching for you. Okay, you're finally able to slip away in the ensuing chaos. The hordlings are now scouring the place for you, but you've made it across the valley, now on the other side of the mountain that kind of U-shapes around this fortress. But the hordlings have no idea where you are. The figurine of tweeting eventually does return to you, cracked and battered a bit. It sighs a breath of relief as it gets back into your hands and reverts back to its original state.
Time to get people out of the hole.
You get people out of the hole and you take a breather, not before a few moments before you start making some more distance, running as fast as you can.
Somebody just lifts my head up, still unconscious, like, okay, breathe. Okay, down you go.
Back in the hole.
Alright. Get away from the Jaguar's fortress, finally. Right.
Some poor lone adventurer is like off in the distance within like 300 feet or a mile or so. I forget the distance for the bird. And it's just a little figurine going, fuck you, and it just flies away. Like, what? Why?
No, you happen to find a party of barbarians that are just like, what? Where'd that come from? That fortress over there. Let's go fuck that up.
They'll start fighting each other and then they go off to fight everybody else.
Alright.
No, I was saying they just stormed the fortress afterwards and finished our job for us.
Beautiful.
That would be great.
Okay. This little circle icon was originally for the overland travel thing, but it means you can take a short rest, essentially. But you guys already have before, but now you can do so again. As you take a long rest, a safe distance away, a couple miles away from Razorwatch Stronghold.
Can I specifically take out 2 hours of my long rest to finish the fucking book?
You certainly can. You guys take a nice long rest.
We take out all the precautions with the wand of not finding. We set up a little campsite with like cover and shit. All that jazz. Oh, I have a question about the bag of holding in terms of hackability. If we had like a straw, could you still breathe the bag of holding if it was sticking out of it? Or the portable hole? Like you hide the horrible hole against the surface, everybody goes in and then you stick a straw out the side and cover it up. Could you like
breathing tube?
Yeah, breathing tube style.
I'm gonna say
like a snorkel.
Not really.
Yeah.
It needs to be like fully open.
Okay. Air doesn't travel in. It cuts off at the bag point.
Probably falls into the same concept as the like the deep sea divers. They need to have a pressurized system to push it into the dimension.
So when it crosses the threshold, the air wouldn't travel into the hole. We'll go with that.
Kind of. It needs to be like open a certain amount for it to actually open the passageway. It isn't just always open but folded in on itself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Magic physics.
It's magic.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no for balancing reasons.
That's fair.
Hooray.
Alright.
Fill up our stats again.
Yeah. You guys can get back to full HP. If you want to resummon Dusk Flicker, you can.
Before you guys do anything, we need to stop, cast stuff at me first.
I'm knocked out, so I can't cast anything.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. So, Witch Bolt.
Yeah, how many? That's level 5.
That
right?
is a level 1 slot, and I cast it twice on you. And
2. Okay.
And I also cast I think Dispel Magic was the other one that we were going to use, and that is a level 3 slot.
Hit me.
Cancel that. Yeah.
Oh, I have a weird question, by the way,
And
about that.
oh no, that's not a level 3 slot. That's a level 5 slot because that's an Eldritch Warlock slot. So
All right.
okay, that's all I can give you.
It
Just-
takes 1 hour to recover from being unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And if it's a long rest, would I have enough time to wake up, shoot Amon, and then go back to sleep to recover the rest of my spells? Because I did have 1 spell slot left.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay, I Cure Light Wounds level 2.
Okay.
Stop that.
To explain for people what's happening, in case they weren't aware,
Yeah.
because they talked about this at length over the week. They are not just attacking and curing Amon; they are buffing up his Rod of Absorption that they have not been taking full advantage of all the time. So Amon holds out the rod, and you guys pump up magic into it, targeting Amon, but it gets sucked into the Rod of Absorption with Amon's reaction each time you cast it. And essentially Boon Crash, you don't have to use Dispel Magic. You can just use Witch Bolt for all of them if you want. Just use various spell slots to do so.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, that's true.
So you can just essentially look like Emperor Palpatine, and Amon looking like Yoda or Mace Windu or whoever blocks it with the lightsaber. Just holding that out and getting charged with the Witch Bolt. And yeah, you get that many charges in the rod.
And a level 1 for Hellish Rebuke. If you
I
hit
love-
me.
And a level 2 Cure Light Wounds.
Oh, actually, it's level 2 for Hellish Rebuke.
Pathetic increase.
All right.
Up to 115 HP now.
I, for some reason, am not leveling with DM.
Boon Crash, you are able to put some time into your studies. As the book finally completes, you reach the end of the Tome of Intellect. All of its knowledge bestowed upon you, and as it does so, the book crumbles into dust and blows away in the wind.
Hey, I wanted to read that when you were done.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of replay value as far as rereading the book goes, but you now have a permanent increase to your intelligence. Just as well, after your long rest, the effects of the Moregi's charisma damage actually goes away from Boon Crash. However, it does not go away from Mao, from the Hordling Flesh Warper, so you do
Keep
still have...
Tonguing the empty space between my teeth from a missing tooth.
Yeah, you have -1 charisma permanently.
Eh, fucking shucks.
So I guess I'm gonna. You want me to do a greater restoration?
I mean, I could still stab. I don't need to be pleasant about it. For now.
So I guess I am not preparing greater restoration then.
When we are safe, I think it might be best.
I say prepare it, and if we find a safe place at the end, you can cast it when we take another rest, right before or something.
Long rest right now.
And I'm saying it's
Yeah,
not useful. I can still stab.
So don't prepare it. Is what
Right.
Okay, don't prepare it.
Okay, like that's what I wanted to know. It's just you guys are saying prepare it later, but I need to prepare it now.
Hey, that was Zumosu. Mao's okay with having a missing tooth.
Okay.
I summon my Pegasus after the rest.
Okay, Dora is not present when you awake, but Dusk Flicker is summoned and returns from the sky clouds, trampling down the very thin air on their hooves to greet you.
I do ask you guys what happened to the
Celestial
other mount.
Goose just shakes their head at Boom Crash. Didn't make it. Gave to the goat and everything.
Oh,
Diversion. Your mount can come back. We can't. At least not as easily.
fair
Thank
enough.
you, buddy. You did great.
I'll tell her next time we bring her out. I think having
Bigger.
flight might be useful.
Bigger question right now. What the fuck are we gonna do about Egrenor?
I don't know. We can scry on him eventually, but Yeah, I don't know.
That whole scenario worries me. That panther, not panther lady, is gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yes,
it's pretty
I do not
dangerous.
envy your future. Rakshasas do take vengeance very seriously, and they will seek you out at some point in your life once they get their way back out of hell.
Ugh. I was talking
Is there
about
any
the
way
one-
to deal with her permanently?
I can look into things, ask around.
Would exiling them into another plane help?
Well, they're already exiled to hell. It's not like they can't get out somehow. If you can
Guess
permanently exile them, I'm sure that would work. I mean, a wish spell would obviously do it.
So let's keep on moving then.
Yes,
enough.
that being said, the compass does have a new bearing. So, I think we are good to go. Once you
Sure.
are rested and all.
How's your gut?
My gut?
Yeah, your gut.
Yes, I was able to heal up nicely with a few of my own items as well. But I understand. Magic can be tricky. I don't hold it against you.
Well, makes one of us. I'm sick and tired of everyone trying to control my path.
Everyone's
know
always
about your
trying to
rigor mind
control
children?
someone, but only you can really know where your heart is going.
Well, I can't kill the Rakshasa because it's currently in hell, so that's where my heart is.
Well,
But we got out safe.
I'm gonna
And
poke it
that-
through. I'm gonna poke it through Zir. All right, where is this? Where are we supposed to go?
I figured we wait until a little later, but that way.
All right, we will go that way.
Right, you guys pack up camp after a worthwhile rest, preparing spells and all that. Boom Crash feeling a bit smarter and a bit more charismatic than they were yesterday. You guys
Everything
head off.
slightly hurts and we're aching a bit, even though rested.
You make your way away from Razorwatch Stronghold. It goes into a more wider open desert with a few oases between. Eventually, you come to another scab off in the distance in these scabby lands. But there is a interesting landmark, to say the least, as you round a dune getting towards the mountain itself. Just reveal some areas. Polygon. Let's do it. Okay. So. Okay, now I have the selection tool on. Okay. You head forward and see what looks to be a scar in this mountain. On closer inspection, it's definitely just a billowing crack of lava in the side of it that is just spilling out openly into the sands before cooling into hardened rock. But at the center of it is a orb of lava floating just in the center of it and dripping with little bits of fiery magma.
Yeah, I am so sick of magma.
Could we fly over?
Yeah, no,
I hate to be
it's not inhibiting anything. It's not inhibiting any movement. It's just there.
Oh, so we can totally just ignore this and go on the path, or is the path
can.
towards it?
It's just an unusual thing.
We're not here to investigate. We're here to move forward. At least for.
That's kind of my feeling. I don't know. I don't really want to approach it if I don't have to.
Okay.
I mean, it looks neat.
Can we, from a distance, can we do an investigation to see if anything
No.
else is interesting about it?
You can't investigate from a distance, but you could make your best intuition with an Arcana check, most likely.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine. I just want to know if something's going to spring up and chase us if we go a direction.
You're not going up to it, unless you say you do. Say you are.
Yeah, I'm not going.
So that's Boom Crash's 13. Thrazir can try as well. He's at least somewhat versed in the arcane arts.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to go to his character sheet, but I keep forgetting. Much quicker to use the macros today. Well, it's just about as stumped as you are. Boomcrash, even with your newfound intelligence, that is applied, right? Oh yeah, you just rolled really low. It's difficult to tell what this thing might be. It definitely looks elemental in nature. You're not sure what would have created it. The best estimation is that there's either some sort of like planar gate nearby, because they do have weird reactions with this plane, or it might have something to do with just some sort of elemental anomaly. I'll have you make an insight check.
Not hell, and it's not demon.
It doesn't look demonic in nature.
Okay.
Okay. You have seen 2 other specifically elemental anomalies before this. One below a Tempest Keep sort of deal, and another at a gravity affecting hoodoo. This one appears to be some sort of fire anomaly. You don't know if it's connected or not, but the connection is at least mentally there.
Okay. I share this with the party, but honestly, nothing really of interest, nothing we can do about it, so let's just go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just looks neat.
Either way, if we want to avoid it, we'll have to go around it. Let's see. Well, can take a look. Why don't we send somebody to scout, maybe? Can we send Goose or something?
Yeah, sure. Goose.
I don't want to send the Pegasus. Just, you know, a little showy.
Low profile. We're still pretty close to the fortress. They might be.
It strikes the pose.
Yeah, he's subtle, so Goosey boy, you up for it?
Yeah, sure. I follow
Okay.
my master's command, of course. But not
Yeah.
because I have to, just because I want to. For you.
I appreciate that, buddy.
Goose soars off into the sky. You're watching for a little bit as they get to the edge of your 120-foot range, and they go out on a little scouting mission to the north and the south. While you're waiting, Mao, you see a light coming from your pouch, your bag.
Oh, wait. Is it the Gem of Brilliance? Did I forget to turn it off?
No.
Or is it the Stone of Sending that you grabbed?
It is, actually, when you pull it
Oh.
out. The Stone of Sending seems to be glowing with a rhythmic glow. There's a little rune put onto the back of it that wasn't there before.
Somebody added their number.
Hot potato. Boom crash.
I grab it.
Grab it.
It's glowing.
I look at it.
It's fairly easy to read as far as magic goes. It just says press.
I press it.
Alright, you press it. As you do, the spitting image of the Doctor appears kind of Star Wars holopad style, emanating above it. It's just her head and shoulders. She says, hello. Seeing as we're far enough away, this message has activated. So I just wanted to let you know, I've taken the captives, I've freed them, back in their hometowns. Time travel, you see, very efficient, very powerful. I would have come back for you, but I don't fancy getting hit by that one again. Anyway, I can't be pressed to find the good in people who don't want my help. This is a recording, by the way. I'm just a traveler. I don't know much about this world yet, but I can tell there's things in it that need fixing, so I want to do what I can. Don't know if that means we'll cross paths again, but if we do, I hope I'm fighting alongside you and not trying to stop you. I warn you all, you have great power in this world from what I've seen. Much more than average folks. I just want you to use it to better this world and everyone in it. Try not to do any harm. If you do, I'll find out, and I'll have something to say about it. And, now that I know a bit about you, won't want me on the other side of that disagreement. Good night, and, be well. And the message fades.
She thinks she can take us on.
We sh-
Ah.
look like this. Okay, this is why we don't resurrect people.
We didn't resurrect her.
We didn't
You-
fully kill her.
We did.
You
Yeah.
Knocked her out.
That's kind of different. We didn't burn a diamond on her.
Yeah. We're also,
As much as
we
you guys
don't necessarily want to be creating enemies, so we have enough in this world. So let's not.
You don't need to make enemies. I'm just making a point. The world has never been nice, and this person's very bliss, and it's disgusting.
So actually, my point is this: we don't need to make enemies, but if we did, let's finish the job.
See? Amon and I are on the same page here. Can we not heal her again if she tries to attack us?
I mean, if she tries to attack us, but you guys
She
also
never-
have a penchant for, beating up people,
She
kind of.
didn't try to attack us, though. We attacked her.
Yeah, you guys have a penchant for being a little overkilly.
No way. We were trying to get to Egranor. What if we didn't have that interaction with her and we got to Egranor before all this instead of freeing the prisoners?
To be honest, we probably would have been tired and killed more easily, because if it wasn't for that rest, we would have had a hard time.
Anyway,
It worked out
where
how
is
it had
compass
to.
going?
Sorry?
Where is compass going?
Yeah, Amon just switches to the compass. That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, Goose eventually comes back. It's a fairly long scouting mission compared to that short message. Goose eventually returns and has at least some, news for you guys. So I checked out the way to the north. Looks like very mountainous. Otherwise, the valley to the south looks like it's pockmarked with holes. Probably some sort of monster nests. We do have light. We can fly over it, or we could go up the mountain. It's gonna be rough either way, probably. But I did notice up at the weird fireball. I flew over it as I was going south. It looks like there's a bunch of creatures seem to be engaged with another creature there. Don't know much about it. A bunch of weird orange dudes and against a big fire dude below the ball. But thought I'd let you know, so you have all the information.
Ball? What do you mean below the ball?
There's a giant lava ball floating over the lava pool there.
Okay, never mind. Ignore. Just run away.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
they're not attacking us or anything. They just look
Yeah.
like they're engaging each other.
Do we want
Exact-
to go the mountain way, or do we want to go the hole in the ground way? There's probably those bug things are gonna eat us. Try to.
How about mountain? Because we can fly.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever way is easiest. If we're going up the mountain, I'd like to ride the Pegasus, if it's not too much to ask.
Can fit you in the pocket too. We
Go in
can
the
all
pocket.
fit in the pocket, and then
It's-
we can fly.
I mean, we could do that, but we'd have to take breaks every so often.
I mean, yeah.
That's fine.
If
We
you're-
can take breaks on
if
the
you're up for that.
mountaintops. We just need to be wary of dragons and all that.
Yeah, so I guess I can instruct Dustflicker to basically... We make a little band of all the bags, we jump in the pockets, she carries us, and then every so often she lets us out. Or he lets us out, I guess.
I mean, whoever's writing and also keeping
Oh.
track of the bags of holding.
Somebody could be writing. That would make
Your
more sense.
turn, Zamosu. It's your mount.
I mean, that's fine with me. I just have a bad sneak. Okay, I get on the horse. I fashion up a sort of belt of all the bags of holding and put it on, and I get on Dustflicker and tell everyone to jump in the hole.
Okay, everyone jumps into Zimos's hole, and you get on top
No,
of
it's
your
my
horse. And then fly up, trying to stay sort of low to the mountain at least, as you fly up towards its peak, stopping every 10 minutes or so on adjoining peaks to let people out for air. Just this actually makes relative ease of your flight here.
I guess this is fly 90 feet per movement.
Yeah, every time that you pop out, Thrazir takes another bearing with his compass and points you towards the nearest mountaintop and whatnot. As you go along this craggy way. However, something does catch your eye as you're flying along this place. There is a strange black box sitting on top of the next mountain pass. It was far away when you were flying towards it, but once you get up to it, you can see it clearly as this strange dark monolith. You're not sure what it is.
It's just okay. How big is it?
It's not particularly big. It's maybe about, I'll say.
If person size, that's big.
Okay, well, if that's big, then it's about, it's maybe 5 feet by 5 feet by, like, 10 feet.
That's a pretty box.
Yeah,
Does it
That's-
look like the one that was inside of the fortress?
like the marble slab.
Not the marble slab. There was the one that was like emanating and reviving the zombies.
Oh, no, it doesn't look like that. This one just has a flat top.
Just like a Minecraft block.
Yeah.
Since we've been going out frequently, I'll just stop. Would this be a little bit earlier than our usual 10-minute breaks or what?
Yeah, sure. It's a few minutes early.
Okay, so I guess I would just pull off to the side. I'd just be about 60 feet away from it if that's possible, and just kind of let people out and be like, "Hey, that thing's weird, freaking me out. I figure you guys could also use a little breather real quick."
Okay.
And it's not. Is it impeding our path or anything? Or is
No.
it just awkwardly up there?
It's like 10 feet.
So I guess I let everybody else and just point it out. About how far through the mountains are we?
You're like halfway through.
Okay, so I'll also just let them know. So we're about halfway through the mountains. This seems to be on the top. That's kind of weird. How you guys like the air up here?
It's cold. It's nice.
Bit
Yeah.
nippy. The hole at least has climate control.
Yeah. Not when
Always-
you fart in it though. Jesus.
I can't help it. I am old.
Ugh.
Anyway, just weird box, and we're at the top of the mountain, so I think it might be smooth sailing down. Do you want to
So-
maybe fly Goose over there or something, or?
Don't see any dragons anywhere. And it's true, Zimasa, you haven't really seen anything flying around. There's just been a few maybe odd, like, hawks or something.
Okay.
I guess the goose can fly down if you want to check it out. Or we can just keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody, take your bathroom break. Don't pee in the Don't pee in the hole. That's not what that's for. And let's get going again.
Alright, do you guys want to do perception check? Just to take a look
Yeah, I'll
at it?
do one.
Sure.
As you're looking at it from afar, the mystery of this strange monolith just kind of piques your vague interest. It seems to be covered in, like, what appear to be little small lights and runic trailings. Looks like some of the paths aren't meeting up, though.
It's magical, whatever it is.
So it looks incomplete.
I guess it's hard to tell from this distance, but definitely magical. Runes, maybe some sort of light on it.
I don't know.
Do
I
we
still
want to
say-
send Goose?
Yeah, sure. Let's just send Goose, just so we know it's not something that's gonna bite us in the ass later.
How far away
Well,
are we?
Bob,
60 feet
suddenly
away.
explode.
I would like to move to be at 100 feet.
Okay,
I move away from the thing.
away from it. Alright, well, Goose kind of sees this. I've, sort of spread it out a little, and decrypted it.
Oh, it's
bit.
Suro.
But the segments on the northwest, east, and south are on the sides. But there are a bunch of, like, glowing little lines connecting these various dots together. The central one is on the top of this box-like monolith. But that's what Goose sees through Booncrash's eyes.
How tall is this? Like 10 feet tall?
That's like 10 feet tall.
Okay.
That would mean
so-
each square is like 2.5 feet.
I mean,
Cool.
it's been abstracted a bit.
Okay.
Well, someone's been playing Thuro. All right.
Mhm.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the little dragon one. The dragon game. With
Oh,
tiles.
now I remember.
Yeah.
He's rotatable, pushable. Like, do we get any sense?
Goose does see that the sides appear to be panels, It looks like they might have a rotating mechanism, but Goose doesn't know if they can operate them on their own.
We have to get close to do anything with this. Goose comes
It
back and
seems like
tells
it's
us
a
everything.
puzzle. It could be interesting.
If we do this, we just want to do a few rituals to make sure. I want to detect good, deed, evil on that, and Boomcrash should probably do a magic sense to make sure that it's just the puzzle that's magical.
Have fun. I'm
Crap.
staying over here.
All right.
Come on, can I have my bow back so I can shoot things just in case you guys try to attack me or something?
Oh yeah, yoink.
Thank
Um.
Oh, I do not have 665 play on hands points. God damn it. There we go. I guess, so I want to go over and use Detect Good and Evil.
Okay.
Or the Divine Sense, I mean.
You use your divine sense, holding your hand and holy symbol out towards the monolith. You aren't detecting any sorts of inklings of evil or good creatures, really any extraplanar or foul undead creatures anywhere nearby.
I detect my Celestial, right?
Well, of course.
My pony?
You double check that to make sure it's still working. Otherwise,
Alright.
there's none on or around the monolith.
It doesn't seem like it's an innately evil thing. I'm not picking up any demons, undead, that sort of stuff. Boomcrash, you want to just do a magic check on it?
Sure, I'll cast Detect Magic.
As you cast Detect Magic, you can tell that there are divination spells on it, as well as some forms of conjuration. It looks like there's also a bit of abjuration as well. Whatever it is, it's pretty well enchanted. There's a lot of things on it.
Yeah.
All right,
Is-
can I climb it?
It's not that
We
hard.
give you the go-ahead.
I just want to like poke at it and see like how do I manipulate it.
You poke at it as you climb on top of it. Looks like the top of it, when you press down on it, it kind of pops up the panel individually, and it looks like it can be rotated, but it looks like it's resisting it a bit. Looks like it'll only rotate one click at a time.
Then I
As you press it again, it does recede back into its own slot.
Then I want to try something. I want to see if I can rotate this piece clockwise once.
Clockwise once. You hop off onto the western side, and you rotate it clockwise once. As you do, nothing happens.
Yep, I think we need to match all the lights in order to get this working.
Hmm.
Yes, do we want to solve this?
It doesn't seem innately bad, but that's hard to say. Can I? Okay. One of you guys can start working on it. I'll just do an investigation around to look for any other insights into this.
Sure.
Does it look like it's going to kill us?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for anything as a sign, more specifically, any signs of somebody like scorch marks, bones.
Sure, you can
That's
make an
what it does.
investigation check.
That's a pretty good
Oh,
investigation.
you did. I didn't see that. Okay, as you're looking around, you don't see too many signs of passage. Maybe the odd animal or something. I'm gonna say that you do at some point see footprints that have been worn in one spot. You're not sure how they've survived the winds, but they were surrounded by a few rocks and pebbles. There's one humanoid footprint left.
Okay,
Alright.
What direction did that go into? It just was just
It's
a
not
puzzle,
sure.
or-
It looks like it was facing the monolith at one point.
Okay. I haven't found any remains. It just seems like people might have seen this, looked at it, and then walked away.
I know you want to do something, Amon. I was just making sure the
Yeah.
investigation was finished.
I don't. That's why I didn't want to say anything.
Sure.
So, could you rotate that piece counterclockwise once?
As you do, this green light up here begins to glow, and you see a trail connect to this yellow light. As it does, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. If I don't make this, then we out.
Okay,
Yay.
you made it, and definitely by enough. So you feel a sudden sort of aggression from the monolith as your mind is assaulted by this strange tongue. It sounds like a lot of hisses and clicks, and you do take psychic damage, and you're only going to take half. 13 psychic damage. It just kind of gives you like a massive headache before it finally subsides and the lights dim.
Oh, that
Okay,
hurt.
so it is a bad thing if the colored lights meet the yellow or white lights.
Maybe it's just the fact that it's not aligned right in the first place. So, I
Well-
want to try something.
Sure.
I want to try rotating this middle one clockwise once.
Okay.
Actually, if any of you guys are better at me at this thing, feel free to interrupt.
That's actually interesting because the west and the red are connected. So what does that do?
Those glow, and nothing happens. Then the green one glows, and once again, Amon, I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, the top one is connected still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
blue one as well, when that connects to this yellow one, it also glows, but it's all part of the same check. Alright, once again, half damage, but you're fine. Psychic. You take 12 psychic damage as you are once again hounded by this alien tongue.
Okay, so since this thing is annoying, let's turn this thing around so I don't get zapped.
Okay, there's a thing about that. These corner ones do not rotate. That is simply my abstraction because I can't create a 3D model on Roll20. So these lines connecting these things are actually just the corners of the monolith.
Okay.
Imagine
Okay,
that
okay.
this is connected like to that by a corner, and it kind of folds down
Oh.
like a box.
Oh, okay. That. Oh, okay. I see what
It
what
doesn't
you mean.
alter the connections, but it might alter your perception of the puzzle.
Yeah,
Okay.
that definitely does change things.
I kind of like
I see it in 3D.
Okay, so this one would be the one you'd want to rotate, right? To get it disconnected from the yellow.
Apparently. So let's. It was initially. Okay, let's keep on rotating counterclockwise once.
Which one? The top one that you were pinging?
Yeah.
Counterclockwise once?
Yeah, because that was the initial position that we rotated from counterclockwise. We're gonna counterclockwise again to see how it goes.
Okay.
Blue still.
No, but then that makes the blue go to the yellow.
Mhm.
As it does, I'm gonna need a wisdom save from Amon.
All right, don't worry. I will survive this.
While this is happening, can I just pull out some old cipher stuff and be like, I could solve puzzles too? Yeah?
Old cipher stuff? Oh,
There's ciphers from
oh,
the sewers.
okay. Interesting way to RP this. Cool. Okay, your wisdom save is once again still fine. A cleric has fantastic wisdom save. You only take 9 damage this time. You're starting to get a bit used to the strange alien tongues that are assaulting your mind.
My brain doesn't like looking at this, and it can't deal with this very well. So I'm sorry, Amon. Like, I have resistance to psychic damage, so Boom Crash would ideally be the one to do it, but
You could just do what Amon says.
That probably
that's
would make
true.
sense.
So, actually, yeah, let's do that because I take half damage for psychic automatically.
All right. So, in that case, let's try. Let's try rotating. Actually, hold on. We need to figure out. Okay, we need to figure out where goes what. So, I think the best thing to do is we want the lights to match up. What is the quickest way for the lights to match up? So we want the yellows to go to yellow. We want to. Which color do you want to work on first? Should we do
Blue
Hold
or
on.
red, I think, would be a good idea.
let's go with the.
Actually,
Let's go with
let
the
me
red.
just let me fuck with this on Photoshop a little bit. That's what I'm actually gonna have to do.
That's fine. You take out a piece of paper and you start scribbling on it to try and plan out your attack.
Well, I can afford one more hit, at the very least. So, I think what I want to do is rotate this. Rotate the top piece clockwise once. I'm still gonna get hit, so I'm just gonna make the save now.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to see what's up the deal with the red lights.
Okay. At this point, you have failed the wisdom saving throw by 5 or more.
Okay.
You take damage this time, but this time you do take full damage, which is 12, but the strange noise kind of overwhelms you inside of your head, and as you clap your hands over your skull and Boom Crash is like busy sketching, you kind of let out an intermittent scream that is suddenly silenced. Boom Crash, you look back, but Amon is no longer there.
What the fuck?
Okay, we gotta solve this to get him back. Okay.
How's the puzzle solving going over? How's the puzzle solved? Where's Amon?
The puzzle ate him. We're in a bit of a pickle.
Oh,
Sorry,
I
guys.
guess it was a threat.
I suppose it was.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to visualize this a little too. So that bottom one, by the way, that yellow just connects to the yellow. So it's just the green that needs to go from there. Means that would make sense as the next target to finish.
Well, it might not be the case because the red lights connected and that caused the problem. Or it's the fact that I failed a damage roll. So I think it's the fact that I failed a damage.
Yeah, it was kind of the same effect. This one just affected you a bit strongly.
Yeah, even if, because you're trying to get all the lights to connect, so the blue one hits a yellow light, so that one can still do damage.
Mhm.
Might not be like, because the red light connects, it's bad.
I have a bad idea, but I'm not gonna say anything because I'm dead.
Well, you're disappeared. Okay. I'm gonna climb on the corner. I'm gonna go around the corner and go around it, and I'll Boom Crash. Is it okay if you maybe make the moves a little bit?
I'm trying to figure out what the end result of this whole thing is supposed to look like, so that the green and the green connect and all of that fun shit.
Yeah, the green and the green I think is the key here because of how that seems to be organized.
If you rotate this piece right once, I think that'll help.
Okay, question, Chris. What happens if the yellow goes down into the ground?
If the yellow goes down into the ground,
You mean
Yeah.
doesn't connect to anything?
Yeah.
don't know. It only seems to do its thing to whoever has moved to the last panel.
Okay. I'm going to try it on this panel just to see if I can move this thing clockwise.
Clockwise?
Yeah, because theoretically, the way this visualized, that would be facing. Oh, never mind. I misunderstood this. Okay.
The blue one connects to this yellow one now.
So I make a save.
Yeah, the green one also connects to nothing. The red one still connects to the red one. Yeah, you're gonna need a save.
Okay. It's magic, right?
It is magic. So
I
you
am
have
fine.
advantage.
I mean, I still take damage, but I'm fine.
Yeah, you take half damage. Psychic. You and Boom
How much
Crash
I
are both good at this for different reasons.
Yep.
There's gonna be 8 damage. Psychic.
I feel a headache. I'm like, I'm good, guys.
You experience the strange alien language that was attacking Amon. It's starting to sink in not what might have happened to him, but what was affecting him as he was doing this.
Okay. Now, for some reason, I was misvisualizing this because I thought the lights rotated on that way too.
Nope. The only one the lights rotate on is the top one. North one.
Okay, yeah, this is going to take a second.
It's fine.
Yeah. Like,
I'll find some different music while we're thinking.
Maybe what we could think of too is instead of trying to connect the lights that are colored, trying to connect just the white ones, like trying to make disconnects.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to juggle doing multiple things. I think
There's
the
not
end
right
goal is to make sure that the yellow lights are disconnected and the red lights or the colored lights are connected to each other, or to their corresponding ones. So I'm trying to figure out what the end result of that looks like, so we can actually know what the hell we're doing and we're not just guessing.
I look up over and I notice the mod is gone, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, God, and I walk over. Where'd the death guy go?
He seems to have vamoosed, as it were.
Right, that's out of character.
Well, no, I mean, not of his own free will. The Monolith seems to have taken him or something. How's it going over here, Zumasu? Do you need my help with anything?
I'm just kind of staring at the thing, being like, "Ugh."
Does this look like it's part of our world, or it could be kind of like that weird alien kind of thing, as far as like that secret room, or like maybe the lobed isle kind of thing?
I guess make a history check. See if it's part of your world. DMCA, this is Disney! Stop singing that song! Alright, yeah, with your natural 20, and even with a 22 besides, now you haven't really seen much like this on this world. It looks a little too alien to you to figure out what sort of creatures might have made this. If anything, it's probably some aberrant thing from the far realm, or it doesn't look exactly like the fungal tech of the Migo, but it doesn't look like it's of this world.
I wonder if we need to get all three to line up, or if we just need one specific color to line up.
We've already gotten the color to line up.
The red
We got
one's
the red
lined
one,
up.
right? Yeah.
And I disappeared because I failed to save, not anything else. So
Yeah, but the fewer guesses that we make, the less number of dangerous saves we have to do.
It'd be pretty easy if you could just rotate them all the time. Just saying. It
Which is
would.
one of the reasons why I'm doing it in Photoshop and trying to figure this out, and I'm failing massively.
It's a clever strategy, I guess.
I mean, in game, we're just saying that we're jotting them down on pieces of paper
Yeah,
and
I
then
know.
putting them on the floor.
rotate everything.
For you guys at home, try and solve
Okay,
the puzzle on your
Could
own.
we? Okay, could we say knowing this, do this, so we can do it on screen, but we're saying we're doing it on a piece of paper first? So none of it activates, but we're just doing this to kind of visualize it.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna
Would you,
duplicate this
would
page.
you allow that, DM?
Okay. I have duplicated this page, so its rotations seem to be in place. So you can rotate them as you will.
And then
Rather,
whatever
I
I
can.
settle on, we can try on the screen.
Yeah,
But until then, nothing activates.
I can rotate them at will, but I'm probably gonna like move them back every once in a while, just so that so you can keep track of how many moves you're doing. If you want to get the least moves there, but you can definitely tell me which ones you want to rotate, and I'll do that for you.
Okay. So right now we're just putting on a piece of paper. Nothing's activating yet. And when we get to a certain point, we'll just be like, okay, that's too many moves to risk. Alright. Okay, let me add this. Give me a second here. Middle one I want rotated to the left.
Right? It's a little difficult for me to get it because the token thing keeps putting the bubbles over the handlebar. The left?
Yep.
Counterclockwise?
Mhm. Okay, and the bottom
Okay, I
one...
got it.
You got it.
I think I have the solution. I'm just sending it in chat so everybody else can check it.
Okay. So Boomcraft did a little methodology on a piece of paper.
Everybody's looking over Boomcrash's shoulder to see if this
Maybe.
might
I
be
don't
the-
know if I got it, but I think I did.
One of the options. It's an option at the very least. The red.
Green lines up. Red lines up.
Blue takes a fucking route, but I think it
Yes.
lines up.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, let's take...
All of the well, so south, the bottom one, those two lights are connecting to each other. They're not disconnected, so that might be the only thing that's a little weird. But otherwise, I mean, yeah.
Do it.
Okay, how many moves
Okay.
did it take to get to that?
What's the default, or what are we at now?
This is the default. I moved the thing back.
Okay, you moved the thing back.
So actually, it's just the it's just the one on the left, the west one that needs to be rotated one counterclockwise.
And the right one needs to be rotated a bunch of times. That's the one that's going to take the most hits. So it's the left one needs to be rotated once, and the right one needs to be rotated twice.
Yeah, twice. That's it.
Okay. So let me know which ones you guys are doing and who's gonna do it.
Do you want me to go? You solved the puzzle, so we'll leave you. I'll take the brunt. So
Yes.
I'll start
Okay.
doing it. Okay, I'll do the left one first to
Okay.
just get
Okay.
that started.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, sorry.
Sure. Which way is that
Okay,
rotating?
that goes.
You
That's
did
left.
your job.
That goes to
Rotate
the
this
left.
one counterclockwise.
Counterclock.
And as you do, let me see if anything did. Looks like green and red are now connected. Blue is not connected to anything, so actually you don't take any damage or anything this round.
Okay. I go to the right side. I move this to the right.
Okay.
Doesn't matter which direction, really.
Yeah.
I mean, oh crap! I could have probably
But you'll
thought
have
not
to
to
do
take less
You'll have to
damage.
do it twice.
is this
so
clockwise?
Clockwise, yeah.
Clockwise, yeah.
Let me just
And then one
double
more.
check a Rooney this one. I need to make sure.
Okay, blue to green.
Hold on.
Blue to green is what hits me.
Yeah, blue to
And
green
green-
is what hits you. Those two ones are different, so make a saving throw. Wisdom.
Okay, I got to 27.
Yeah, you got the 27. So you're gonna take half, just 6 damage. And then you rotate again.
Yep.
Which-
To the to clockwise again.
Yep.
I think this is a solution.
Looks like a weird face.
As you do this, the lights trail towards each other. The blue makes a blue line connecting to blue, the red to red, the green to green. All of the lights kind of like pulse the same color, like flick, 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 and then they fade. And then the top of the monolith, it opens up as if it's like a strange, like sci-fi door. The sides of it part open, revealing that there is a cavity inside. As you guys like kind of curiously like look up into the like the area there, Amon's head pops out of the center of the puzzle.
Do I have a bunch of pins attached to my face?
He evolved.
He's been shouting for a while, but the thing is completely soundproof. Amon, while you were inside, you've noted that there were a lot of bones inside, including those of like various humanoids. But it looks like there's also a ton of like weird items in there. There's like weapons, there's weird alien technology, there's like a book, and with your time in there, you were able to intuit that at least a lot of them seem to be magical.
Alright, so how many of them are gray, blue, gold, and purple? We need to determine which one's rare and which one's epic.
All right,
Wait,
everybody.
Sometimes orange is the
Need or
most...
greed? I choose greed. That's my always one. And Amon, as you pop your head out, a strange image flickers, hovering above your own. It's kind of reminiscent of the Doctor's hologram earlier. You like stumble out in surprise, and this strange, like green-skinned humanoid, wearing a cloak, pulls its hood over its head, off over its head, and reveals that it has these strange red antennae with like glowing pinpricks of light at the end of it. It looks around
That's a
at
weird
you
looking
guys.
goblin.
It looks around at you guys with its like red pupils and like black scleras, and yeah, it looks around at you guys and says,
Bonecrash is
I
sitting here.
hold up a talon and I
Organamas.
cast comprehend languages.
Agonis, Agonis.
Pardon? What did you say?
Apanada? Do you speak common?
Yes, we do. Thank
Common.
you.
Of course. That must be this one. My name is
Call him Ick.
I suppose it is hard to pronounce in your tongue. You
Can
want
we
to
just
call
say
me
the
Ick,
first
you
syllable?
may.
I mimic it perfectly.
Right.
Ah, yes. I guess for some of you.
Nice.
Can I just call you Ick?
No, shut up.
As it gazes its head down over you guys, it says, "Well, it seems that we're at an impasse here. My cache has been broken into. I thought that this was an abandoned world. I guess not. That's frustrating.
There's a lot of life on this planet, unfortunately, I'd say.
Really? It was a barren
And a
wasteland
lot
when
of
I arrived.
dimensional and planar
I'm
tomfoolery
just
as well.
gonna juggle some skulls in front of him. He's like, well, many have tried apparently.
Well, it has to be secure. That's where I keep some of my goods. Anyway,
Did they just say wasteland? Did they talk about the Scablands like before New Dawn showed up?
I mean, you did kind of choose a desert area, but I mean, this world in general is pretty populated. That's what I meant to say.
whatever.
Oh,
I have some
Oh.
items inside of great import to myself, and I'm obviously very far away right now. I can't quite get to them to exact my revenge for breaking into my cache of goods. What I can do is say that I can cut ties with this and cause this container to detonate, destroying the items within and all of you if you attempt to get at anything. On the other hand, we can come to an accord. If you'd like, you can trade for any of the items inside if I find them of equal or lesser value.
Okay, so you're gonna self-destruct if we don't.
If you try to
What if
steal
I'm-
anything,
if
I
you
will
try
blow
to
up you
steal-
and the goods. If you
Yeah.
do not, then we could do business.
Yeah.
Will you tell us what the goods do?
Before we start, like, if you're gonna keep a safe, at least put a warning label on it. It doesn't look like a safe.
Well, I didn't know that this place was habitable. Anybody else would have been able to find out that it was a safe if they're familiar with this technology.
I mean, we ran into somebody who was definitely multi-planar, whatever, a little while ago. So I think even like spacefaring folk seem to pass by here
What
now.
do you have? That's more important to me.
What do you got?
Mama wants to go shopping.
I also like shopping, so I would like to peruse these goods. Very well. Well, let me look through the catalog. Hold on, I need to find out which vault this is. He goes and looks through this little wristband thing that he has.
Important question: do you take precious gems and metals?
No, only items of equal or lesser value. Magic items, preferably.
No, but we have all this metal and gems.
Yeah,
Not even a
that
little
doesn't
bit?
do anything for me
Hey,
out here, sorry.
What do you got?
Well, let's see. The things that'll probably be of use to you. A javelin of lightning. It's an uncommon item. Let's see. Go up in rarity, I guess. You might be able to use. Perhaps if you are less civilized folk, you might be able to use some of these items. And one kind of like floats out gingerly held by like a pseudo mage hand, and there is a strange device in the hand of this floating thing, and it says to you, well, this is what we in the business call a laser rifle. It's got 30 shots, about 100-foot good range, 300-foot long. Yeah, and it blasts a ray of light out from it. I can't really activate it from here, unfortunately, but you'll just have to take my word for it.
That's a cool crossbow.
Yeah, I guess you could call it a crossbow. I actually have one of those in here if you'd like. And he pulls out a crossbow and he says, "This is a crossbow of accuracy. It's very rare, but you might find it to be a +3 weapon that, on a critical hit, it will hit a critical hit on a 19 or 20. Otherwise, it's just a +3 weapon.
So that it would do 3 more damage or just 3 more to hit?
Both.
Oh,
And
that's pretty
it crits
nice.
on a 19 or 20.
Someone's been waiting for a ranged weapon. Maybe someone should try to bargain for it.
But it's a crossbow and I use a shield. I can't wield it.
There's a javelin of lightning.
I kind of want the javelin of lightning.
You have to go and collect it again, though.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
just keep throwing them and leaving them behind.
That's what I was gonna ask, because I do collect some of my crossbows, but I don't collect other crossbows, javelins.
Well, you
and
might
then-
be able to remember that one at least. The laser rifle deals 3d8 radiant damage on a hit, although you don't really have any way to replenish its fuel once it's out.
Also, side note, this might be a good place to lock up things we don't want anybody else to find.
The note. What is your? I pull out Mal's code. How much we get for this thing?
Yeah.
The creepy robe of eyes.
What is it?
It's a kind of like a psychic beast. We're pretty sure that it's somewhat sentient. It allows you to see things. This
God damn it,
thing is pretty dangerous.
Bargaining. You're terrible at bargaining. You're not supposed to You're supposed to downplay the negatives.
Yes, why don't you let me take a look at this item? This is a fabulous delicacy
eyes?
of this
Look,
planet.
Nancy Roadshow.
The little tethers start trying to reach out to
I
Three.
mean,
It's like, person.
get back.
He's
Get
selling
back.
arms. I figured he wants something dangerous.
It's very it has a mind of its own, but some would say that is a benefit. Furthermore, somebody, at least scientists, would be they'd be hard pressed to find something as interesting as this to study within their alchemical stores, as it were. Just as well, it grants fabulous abilities. Looking through the DM's guide for the rarity of this item.
If you want me to, I'll help you search. I can do it.
Yeah,
Just-
sure,
okay.
if you'd like. It looks like it's a rare item. Surprisingly, as legendary as
Yeah,
this
it's
item is, for the campaign that you guys were in, it's
Campaign.
technically treated as a rare item. However, since it's intelligent, I might upgrade it to very rare. But that's gonna be decided by Frazier's persuasion roll.
I also pass in my war pick of detect unstable areas. This is just a pretty useful war pick that can detect things. Just to add sweetness to the deal.
Alright. Let's do this dude's. Okay. The strange creature, Ick, as it were, he glances up and down at the item. You can see a sort of little scanning device like appear out the side of the monolith. It just goes up and down with a light over the robe of eyes, twitching and blinking. It like blinks at the sudden light's appearance, and the alien just looks at the readings and says, "Yes, I've never seen anything like this before. I'd very much like to have it. I'd be willing to trade any of my very rare items for it. As well, I tell you the rest of the things that I have in here.
Yes.
So that crossbow is very rare. The laser rifle and antimatter rifle that is also in there. Those
Antimatter?
Yeah, those are both considered rare, because they're not that rare on his world, but they're very rare kind of like here, so it kind of splits the difference. I'll put those. I'll put everything in the chat, a few at a time. Those slash numbers are the range. The shots are the unreplenishable ammo of it. So those are rare. There's another rare item in here, which Amon kind of like pulls out as he's like looking through the stuff. It appears to be a just an empty hilt, but when a button is pressed, it produces a beam of light, plasma, if you will.
It's a lightsaber.
No, it's a sunblade, you pleb. But yeah,
Whatever.
it's a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, is it a long? Like, what kind of sword is it?
It's like a longsword that only deals radiant damage, so
Yeah.
it doesn't deal
This
slashing
one-
or piercing.
This one is in fact a longsword. It can be wielded by people that could wield a short sword and not a longsword because it's so light.
But
Question
I-
about it. It does it not do piercing or slashing? It only does
It
radiant.
only does
then, is that-
radiant. It has no other damage type.
I mean, we usually don't fight anything that cares about that, so I kind of want that.
The Javelin of Lightning is uncommon, and Thrasir is also able to corroborate these rarities. Even if the dude is trying to shortchange you guys, Thrasir is able to identify these items.
I have a question.
Isn't Radiant usually really good against not undead, but like devils and demons as well?
Yeah, no, radiant is
Technically.
really good. This is under, except for when you're fighting Celestials, it's pretty much the best damage you can hope for.
Amon, what is your question?
I'm saying, like, the most of what weapons do you have already?
He
I
has
have a
lot.
+1 longsword, and I have a war pick that I never use because the longsword is usually better.
Okay,
The Q Strider one is the one I pretty much use exclusively.
okay. So I think the Sunblade should go to you. My question is, with a smite, because it's all doing all nothing but radiant damage. If you find anything that's non-radiant, like, is he gonna be okay? Kind of thing.
Do you have a
But,
spare, is what he's asking, I think.
Oh,
like-
spare damage? I mean, I collect all sorts of stuff, so I'd be able to also just keep a hold of my sword probably, or just use a regular sword. Like if I need to.
that seems fine.
Yeah, no, I hoard weapons to throw, so...
Sure. There is also an item in here that is of rare quality that I forgot. I should have put it in there with the other ones so it's in order. But there is a book of star charts, but it also serves as a spell book. It has 3 charges. You can spend 1 minute and spend a charge to swap out one of your prepared spells with one of its conjuration spells stored within. It does have some spells that are permanently stored within it. You can also spend a charge when you're hit to teleport 10 feet away. If your movement would bring you outside of the attack's range, the attack then misses. The various spells within it are of teleportation variety.
Is
Okay.
it replenishable, or is it just one use?
It has 3 charges, and it replenishes all its 1d3 of its charges each day at dawn.
That's good for peoples.
No, it's good for only one person. It's good for both.
Yeah. I'm not supremely interested in it, honestly. Can I
fine, yeah.
learn the spells? Can I study the spells and learn them?
Of course you
And add
can
them
from
to
it,
my
but you'd need to get it from them.
Yeah.
The book contains Arcane Gate, Dimension Door, Gate, Misty Step, Plane Shift, and Teleportation Circle, and Word of Recall.
Oh, actually, maybe. Because those are
Arcane
some
Gate
useful spells,
Episode.
and Arcane Gate especially.
How much value... Okay, so we have the Lobodile, which is rare considered. How much is my war pick considered?
Well, this isn't particularly rare.
It's
It's nicely built.
Unstable ground, and it's +1. Is it uncommon?
It's an uncommon item.
Okay, that's at least something.
Could probably trade it
So-
for the Javelin.
Just to make sure this is the full catalog, right?
This is not.
Okay, let's go with the full
Let's-
catalog first.
Yeah.
I know, I keep
Yeah.
going through these things, but I have to, like, explain things to you guys as well.
Sorry. We'll just
There are
skip the
2 more
catalog.
items inside that are of value. The rest are like minor +1 items or items that aren't particularly useful to you guys at your level. So they're easily passed on, and this guy kind of gets that gist as well. But there's 2 items in here that might be of import to you guys. I'll describe them first. One was picked up off-world, but it's similar to an item here. It's a Dwarven Thrower. It's a +3 hand axe that can be thrown, and it returns to your hand immediately after being thrown. It also deals plus 1d8 cold damage on hit, and deals an additional d8 against giants. The final weapon is what's colloquially known as a Vorpal Blade.
Matt wants that.
Anything else in the vault, or is that it?
That is it.
I mean,
The full
how
catalog
much
is now
my-
in the Roll20.
Okay, I'm also offering up my Cloak of the Manta Ray. Is that a rare item?
hold on, Chris.
Yes.
The Volvo blade, it doesn't describe what kind of blade is it, because Mao might not be able to use it at all anyway.
Yeah, sorry, because these were like my own notes that I was taking. It is a great sword.
Damn it!
Oh, god damn it.
Okay,
It's so edgy though.
Mao gets 1 level in Fighter just for proficiencies. I mean, that wouldn't be the worst idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you get 2 levels, you get an action surge.
Do you get 2 attacks at 2 levels or just 1?
No, you get 2 attacks at
Anywho,
level
I'm-
5.
okay,
No.
okay.
I'm-
Dan, so, okay, I have a couple of suggestions for what everyone should aim for. So, I think Boomcrash should get the book. Try to get the book. That's obvious. I don't think there's anything that Mao necessarily wants. Maybe the guns, because the guns deal like massive amount of damage in one shot.
Oh, this one I described, but I forgot to populate the chat with.
Yeah.
It's the crossbow of accuracy.
That one also might be good for Mao, even though she usually uses her bow.
My trading ticket though is the robe of eyes. I don't really have anything else that's valuable.
Yeah.
Um,
Was the Cloak of Manta Ray rare or uncommon?
Let me look.
Sure.
Manta
Mama Bird
Ray-
has been stacking up some items too, so if we can collaborate.
Okay, so let me. In terms of Dan's range weapon, because that's what he's aiming for, I think a dwarven thrower is a good thing for him to watch out for. The Vorpal blade, I mean not the Vorpal blade, the Sun blade, while good, I am not sure if it's that. I'm not sure if it's hugely necessary.
It basically would technically only add +2 to my damage, because the current one I have is a +1 to hit, but not a +2 damage.
Well, it's big, but the tiefling could use it, I think. It seems light.
Oh! That's true, you could use that instead of your scimitar if you wanted to.
Which thing instead of my scimitar?
The Sunblade.
It's a Sunblade, because it's a light weapon.
That is true.
It's a
And
long
also the
sword
fact-
that is treated as a short sword. For terms of wielding, it still swings for D8 or D10, just like a
But
long
it can
sword.
still do sneak attack damage and everything, right?
Because it's a short sword? Yeah.
That would be that'd be hilarious,
I'll
because
say
Mao would be
yes.
mixed feeling about it, but that'd be amazing for Mao.
I'd say you
How
can
much is
definitely
it?
sneak attack with a lightsaber, regardless of what the rules might say.
Because what does your
Right.
scimitar do?
Quick, guys. So I think the most important thing is that we need to get the book. The book is too damn good.
Yeah.
The book is too damn
Utility, yeah.
good. And I think the next one that we should go for. Okay, so Zumasa wants to be a warlock and wants to shoot out spells later. So I think Dwarven Thrower, while it's a +3 and really goddamn good, is the bronze list. I think the book, the Sunblade, the Dwarven Thrower is the order that we want to go for.
Yeah. So first get the book, then the Sunblade, and then the Dwarven Thrower if we have enough. So unload your magic items. I unloaded my War Pick, and I unloaded my Manta Ray Cloak. I'll see if there's anything else I can unload.
Before we-
Resistance to lightning ring.
I think that might be uncommon.
Question. Do you guys want me to dish the Gem of True Seeing? I'm not attuned to it anyway. It requires attunement, and I don't think I'm going to give up anything really for it.
What does it do again? I don't think we've used it.
Yeah, it requires attunement. That's why we never used it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just True Sight. I don't know if that's necessary for our party build. I mean, it's useful. It's clutch useful, but we never seem to need to use it.
Also, it
Oh,
requires
the-
attunement.
The Ring of Resistance is actually rare, so that's good for you.
Okay.
As you guys are like conferring with each other, it looks like Thrazir has picked up the Vorpal Blade. He has traded away his Luck Blade for it.
That's
Fucking nice.
Pleasure doing business with you. I think I can make a pretty penny off of this.
Nice item there you got. Was it Brazier?
Brazier,
Oh,
I'm gonna
yes,
make note. If
the rest
we
are yours.
find anybody with that blade in their hand and they're trying to kill us, we will come after you. I'm just letting you
Why
know.
would I send somebody to kill you guys?
No. You might accidentally sell it to the person who wants to kill us, and they didn't tell you that.
That is
at
beyond my
least-
control.
And maybe we can buy it off of him because Thrazir is the kind of man who appreciates coin.
That's
I
a good
am.
point.
Everyone's eyes just look back at Thrazier.
Okay. I'm going to hold out my hand with the magic ring of lightning resistance. It's like, hi, would this be acceptable to trade for the Atlas of Endless Horizons?
I gotta, you know what? I gotta give you a gem. I gotta give you the gem of the true seeing because I'm not using it. I
Are you
don't
giving
care.
it to Boom Crash or the dude?
The boom crash.
Okay, I wasn't
Okay.
clear.
Do either of these items catch your interest in exchange for the Atlas of Endless Horizons?
Make a persuasion check. The ring is not particularly exciting as this atlas. I know that the rarities match, so that's why I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Also, the gem of true seeing is rare as well, in case that matters.
It's just rare, and it's not
Motherfucker.
very rare.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
well,
just
if it's just rare, he would prefer the gem of true seeing for this.
yeah. Gem of seeing is wondrous item major tier rare. Yeah, requires a 2.
Yeah, then he would prefer that.
Then
Is-
I guess here's your book.
Okay.
You have the
thank you,
Atlas of
Alon.
Endless Horizons. In addition to all of this, it looks like it has a relatively usable star chart. Should you ever find yourself in a spelljammer?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, from this planet's perspective, I think not.
Yeah, no. But you guys weirdly recognize it because of your jaunt up there, the bright blue pearlies. So that's one trade made. Anybody else?
I say now, since that's kind of your robe, you can trade for the Sunblade.
I mean, we still technically owe Dane the robe.
Eh,
You want to?
you really want the Drugger that can collapse the city to have it?
What if I'm sick and tired of the city one day and I'm like, hey, can you collapse the city?
I don't know if having him in
Okay.
charge would be a good
I
idea.
talk to the Nowhere and say this, like, look, if once I acquire power, I can crush the entire world.
So
Yeah,
voting.
alright, I'll trade.
Watch out, we got the badass over here, Brazier says.
Boom Crash kind of loses it. So I guess we have the magic ring. I also have. Oh fuck! I just closed it. Shit.
Okay.
Do 2 uncommon items equal 1 rare items, or how many uncommon items would that take?
That would probably need to be a sort of persuasion check to figure that out.
I'll just ask him straight up. I don't have at the moment. I'm still trying to.
You play gotcha games. You require like 20 to grind out 1 rare.
I'll see. My persuasion's not awful. First, I'll ask Razier to ask him how many, if 1 item for multiple items. Razier, if you could, I'm getting together some uncommon items but I'd like to get one of his rares. Could you ask him how much value he'd have on maybe getting 2 or 3 versus the 1 rare?
It depends what they are. Let me know what they are, and I can maybe make a case for it. But generally speaking, if you're looking at these sorts of items, he picks up like one of the uncommon items you were handling. He says, they tend to go up exponentially. It would probably take a lot if you wanted to get a rarer item. Not so much as a gacha game, but like 2 might not do it
At least 3.
without a good persuasion check.
All right. Then I start going to things I actually use. Whatever happened to the magic mirror? Does Val have that, or should she get that back?
I don't know if she has the mirror or not. She
What
just
we
stepped away.
use that?
Used it a few times.
Oh,
I
and Zuzu, if this will sweeten the deal for anything, and I give him the Ring of Lightning Resistance.
Alright.
Isn't that a rare item?
It is. It's not a top tier
Doesn't like
rare
ring.
item, but it's a minor tier.
It's not very sexy, but it's special.
Alright, I'll pass him that in the war pick. And be like, we have some powerful weapons used for combat. With these, strike your fancy.
Did you already give him the war pick? Or anything?
And we technically didn't because that was traded for the other
Oh,
items.
you were asking about it, I think.
Yeah, I had the Manta Ray up, I had the war pick up, but we haven't actually traded those pieces because the other items canceled each other out.
Okay, so what are you putting up now? Just the war pick and the ring?
And the ring, yeah.
Okay. Zir is going to give you advantage on your persuasion check. Unfortunately, he can't really use his charms on the hologram, but at least he can try and use his persuasion.
Okay, it went through.
Oh, is roll 20 bugging out?
I don't think so.
Oh, then make a persuasion check.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was him.
He's giving you advantage.
Oh, okay. There you
Perception.
go.
That's perception.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, damn.
I went to keep that roll.
I was about to get excited.
God damn it.
If you fool, you.
It did better.
I did better. Yeah, you hand these items over, and Thrazir talks them up. The ring is, of course, very rare, especially for an outsider like yourselves. Probably come across lightning attacks all the time. You can probably find a very good seller for this. As far as the pick, it's an oddity that you might be able to sell to perhaps those extraplanar dwarves that might have put this this thrower in your pile. Ick kind of glances over and looks over the items. I'm gonna oppose the roll. Okay, it's nowhere near. So that 23 is a-okay. What did you want from it?
I wanted the throwing thing.
Oh, the dwarven thrower?
Yeah.
No, you idiot! Go for the sunblade. We
I
need
thought
That
Mal
was
already
the
traded
robe.
the... Yeah, Mark already got the rope for
Yeah.
the sunblade.
really
He wants the robe.
Oh, I didn't know
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
traded that yet.
exactly. We didn't.
We
We
had-
didn't actually seal the deal.
Oh,
you,
I thought we
you've,
did.
you've offered it a few times, but you haven't actually gotten it from him.
I'll trade it for the sunblade then first. We'll make sure
The
we get
robe
that.
for the sunblade.
Oh, I mean, I'll trade the thing since we needed the sunblade first, so we're getting the sunblade first.
Yeah, get the sunblade first. Sunblade's better.
Okay.
So,
That is actually a fairly simple trade to make.
Yeah, I figured that was an even one.
Yeah. Because he had already he values the robe as a very rare item for you guys. So if
Okay.
you wanted, could trade your two items, Zumasu for the sunblade, and Mao could trade hers for the dwarven thrower since it's already been appraised.
I'm fine with that. Is everyone else okay with that?
Sure.
Because were we going to try for anything else? I think that's probably a good combination of items without, starting to go into our guilds.
Sure. Those trades do go through.
Okay.
Doesn't even need to be a roll because he did appraise the robe with Thrazir's roll. So that trade is made. You guys get a sunblade and you get a dwarven thrower. The dwarven thrower functions like the one in the book, except it deals cold damage instead of just untyped damage, like the one in the book. It's just got a little elemental twist on it.
Basically lets me deal 2d8, which is good from a range. I'll use that pretty effectively for now. Actually, if I wield that with my hand, I still get my radiant damage and cold damage, right?
I'd have to look at it.
You smite with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Could I deal just regular melee damage with it?
Oh yeah, I mean it's an axe. You don't have to throw it.
That might actually be the better weapon to utilize. Okay. Alright, that's better than I thought now. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with this trade. This increased my damage
You're
by
okay
3.
with having a +3 weapon that deals an extra d8 of damage?
Yeah,
That you can
I
throw and
realized-
returns to your hand, so you don't have to keep throwing out hammers and other random objects you've picked up.
I start emptying my
Chris
bag of
choose
random
this item
shit.
for Dan. Who knows? Who could say?
I forgot to realize that I could just melee with it too. So I could just, this is a nice item. I just need to take care of it.
What I can do with an axe. Certainly not wield like an axe.
Exactly. I take out a hammer and I take out a dagger and I'm like, hey, do you want these stuff? I don't need them anymore.
Let's keep. You're gonna lose it. You're gonna pull a samurai jack and lose it.
Right.
No, a character, I just want to give him a dagger and a thing, just to remember a spy. A dagger and a hammer.
Shoot.
Why you guys are doing that? I'm gonna collect all the remains. I'm gonna collect the skulls.
Sure.
But does he want to keep the skulls?
Start picking up the skulls. It kind of like looks at you, realizes that you're not taking anything of import, and just shrugs. You're fine to take those. I don't care. Cleans out the repository, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, does
Thank
anybody
you kindly
have?
for doing business.
Oh,
Thank you. And
is
thank you,
business
Boomcraft, for
concluded?
the help.
Does anybody have anything else that they might want? Any of these rifles that they want to be? Sorry, magic crossbows that anybody wants, as well as this
Well,
one that you might be more used to.
Which is
The crossbow of accuracy,
the...
the javelin of lightning.
I have a question about that javelin. About how it works.
Sure.
So the 4d6 is just one special thing of it I can use, and then
So
it
you
disappears
can
or how that
throw
works?
the javelin of lightning. It goes 120 feet, line of lightning, and it deals 4d6. It's a DC 13 dex save, and then once it ends, it just stops moving and lands at the end of the 120 feet, and you can only use it like that once a day. It's an
And then it's
uncommon
just a
item.
regular javelin.
Well, you can use it once a day in the lightning way. It doesn't go away, and it doesn't lose all its power.
Okay.
Is Mao really not gonna take any of the laser rifle or the crossbow?
I don't know what that thing is. I'm fine with my. It's what's wrong with Cinder Smite?
I don't know. I feel like you wanted the damage because we fought against things that are fire immune and you couldn't do shit.
Well, I thought that's the whole point of the Sunblade.
But it's a ranged crossbow. But that one, we're gonna have to trade some nice things to get to the crossbow.
Yeah, the
We know
crossbow
where
is
this
very
is.
rare, but the laser rifles are just rare.
I look at the alien. I'm like, so if we return, is there any way we could contact you if we want to make trades for cooler things we find, or should we just mess with your vault again and you'll just get an alarm?
I'll be alerted if somebody breaks into this vault once more.
So we can't just knock. You actually need us to break in. Okay.
Yes, unfortunately. And I don't really need to have you on speed dial, as it were. I have much more important business to be doing.
Well, that's how I feel too. Excuse me if we didn't bring cooler things.
I sort of like put a hand on her shoulder or a talon on her shoulder and like, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to talk to us and deal with us. We appreciate the effort.
Understood. If business is concluded, this monolith will seal itself up again. You might want to crawl out of here. Thank you.
Hup, 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 hup.
Out, getting out.
All right, you guys got good stuff.
Thank
Right.
you. Thank you very much.
Very well, dwellers of this apparently not barren planet. I suppose I should swing by at some point. Good day. The monolith seals its way up. The panels rotate, seemingly at random, and then their lights flicker a bit as it resets into a scrambled state.
You know, I'm wondering how old King Piccolo is, because if the planet wasn't inhabited, like it's been inhabited far as we know. So when the hell did he come?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like King Piccolo. Let's get out of here.
Agreed. At least everybody is safe. Right.
Yep.
You guys have some fancy-pantsy new items. And you guys solved the puzzle of the Mystery Monolith!
If we had skipped
Oh!
that, I would have missed this wonderful new axe.
Probably. Aren't you glad the DM pointed you at it?
Yeah, although we were kind of scared after all the other things happening, so we just...
Yeah.
Well, not everything's at, like, the Jaguar's Fortress, dude.
What? Skeptical is a good way to stay alive.
Yeah, it is. No denying that.
I have the Dwarven Thrower. Did it go into macro mode?
Into what mode?
Oh, I was saying if the macro was for the thrower now.
If
Yeah,
you
I think it's
put
still on
it
the character
in,
sheet.
if you put it in there, it's going to default to it's going to mess up the macros. I did tell Boomcrash to change that last time. I can tell you how after the stream if you want.
Yeah.
It's a bit over. So
I put it in my character sheet. I was able to find the item in the thing and just drop it down.
Yeah, easy peasy. Okay. So, guys, maybe take like a little short rest if you want here. I know some
I'm
of you
gonna
guys
roll
have
some
taken
hit die.
damage.
I rolled 2 hit die.
Alright. Yeah, there's not really any long rests because we're presumed to be
Where
traveling
did my
heartily.
stuff go?
Yeah, mine is still aligned.
Anyone tell me what my health was? Because I lost that sidebar for a weird reason.
Should be 94.
94 out of 108.
4 out of 108.
Only took 12
That
damage.
seems low.
Oh, no,
Oh,
the
sorry,
20,
I'm
the
on
22
health.
was what we're looking at. I got all my health back.
Yeah, Amon
Okay.
took a lot of the damage from the initial rotations.
Amon, do you want any lay on hands or anything?
Oh, I got death word on myself because I forgot to. Yeah.
It's,
I give you a
Um,
pat on the shoulder.
nice
and let you-
reminder.
Mom, do you want me to charge up the rod of absorption?
No, not until we take a long rest. When the day is over, then yes.
Okay, got it.
Are we gonna do the thing where we're flying with Dust Flicker and Hole again, since we're on the
Yes.
mountain?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're presuming to take the same strategy.
I
Unless you give me
am
a
gonna
different
throw the axe around a little bit to just play with it.
one. You stand on top of this this mountaintop in this barren wasteland, a place fit for a Dragon Ball Z battle, and you throw the axe off into the wild blue yonder. Takes a few seconds before it comes back to your hand. You can feel it like kind of chilly against the metal, and it's like leaving this hoary frost and like fog around its head and blade. You can see like icicles kind of forming and dripping underneath of it.
I just kind of smiled and said, like, this is pretty great.
Vizier claps his hand on your shoulder. Capitalism ho!
I push him back at the hole. This is mine.
Hey, I am happy with my purchases too. It feels good to be spending things again instead of getting hit by things.
Yeah.
I respect that. Speaking of spending, that Vorpal blade.
Oh, it's fine. I can find a buyer somewhere else.
Actually, also, like, none of us can use it. Well, none of us want to use it, so.
None of you expressed interest, but it's a very rare item, so I figured I would trade one of my items for it. That is expended its use.
I like it. It's just not useful to me.
Mhm.
It's
That's
Take one
fair.
level in fighter to use it.
much like we can admire the beauty of art, but not be able to create it. Such is the beauty of this blade, at least for me, and for most of my battle items. Just something that I can sell and trade for coin. On the other hand, these,
Anyway.
he points out some gems in his hand, these I can use. But it looks like Amon is itching to leave.
Yeah, like a look. Everyone got what they needed, and let's get a move on.
With one last look over your shoulder of the strange black monolith, Thrazir flips out his compass and points Sumasu off to the next cliff on the horizon. You guys duck into the hole, and Duskflicker takes off towards the next plateau. Finally make it over these mountains after a few hours worth of travel, and you guys are let out of the hole, finally, foregoing this form of travel. And you're let out into this fairly wooded region. I say wooded, but it's like desert land, with like palm trees filling the place, choking some of them with vines. It's looking almost jungle-like, but there's of course swaths of desert and stone and rocky, pockmarked valley ahead of you. So it's intermittent intermittent jungle and scrubland. Anyway, description aside, you're traveling through, and there aren't really any monsters coming this way. In fact, it's odd that you haven't really had too many encounters going this way. You start to get this strange feeling, like something like watching you guys, but nobody's really able to ascribe any like feeling to it or any like reason to it.
Are we flying on Dustpicker right now, or is everybody out?
You're out. You've finished that mode of travel. So Duskflicker is there, but you guys are out of the hole now because you're not hopping from mountain to mountain.
Okay. Should we make some perception checks?
You know, the robe of eyes would have been very useful right now.
That thing was also
Or
trying to
maybe
take over your
casting
mind.
non-detection.
It's mostly very useful.
I want to look around.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
With your DC 18, well, not DC, your roll of 18 perception, you look around, but don't really see anything nearby. You also don't really hear anything either. It's fairly quiet, in spite of all of the woodlands nearby for animals to potentially hide in.
Don't forget, I do have blind sense of 10 feet.
Well, I will tell you if there is something within 10 feet of you.
Okay. I was like, if something's breathing on us and it's invisible, I will know.
That's fair.
Boomcrash, do you mind having Goose fly up above so we can get like an aerial scouting of the things? Like he can see ahead of us?
That makes sense. Okay, buddy. You're up.
Sure thing. Goose flies up into the sky, and you kind of like keep an eye out through it, through his eyes, using your familiar sight. He hovers just on the edge of range above you guys.
We have Boomcrash like on Duskflicker, so she can just keep up without having to like worry about that.
I mean, you can also just stop for a second to like keep eyes out, unless you wanted Goose to travel along with you guys. I didn't realize that.
I was kind of saying like, yeah, Goose kind of serves as an aerial like lookout. We just have Boomcrash on top of Duskflicker, so she's moving with us.
Okay.
Always kind of moving.
Sure. Have Goose make a perception check.
Oh, nope.
Yeah, Goose is keeping an eye out, but there's not too much flying around here. You guys eventually come to sort of clearing in the jungles, and Goose does see something before you guys over the horizon, and there's no perception check for it. But Goose soars down to you guys, assuming that Boomcrash, like, to walk had lost their vision. Mm-hmm. Comes down and says, guys, you might want to take a look at this. And Goose flies up again, and Boomcrash, you look through Goose's crowy eyes. You can see that there's what looks to be a set of 3 spires against the horizon peeking out of the jungle. Although the spires appear to be dark, perhaps with soot, and it is very reminiscent of ones that you have seen before. Although the 2 side ones of the spires seem to have crumbled into a pile of rubble, leaving only the central one. Even then, the top of it is all in ruins and shambles.
Hey, it's a dick.
But it looks almost a spitting image, architecturally speaking, of Tanagrin's temple, and also the temples that you've seen in Mullig Moor.
I'm gonna kill this architect if we ever discover him.
Right?
Okay, Mal, what your call on this? Since it's kind of related to you, it seems. Do we want to just bypass it, or want to kind of take a close look?
Yeah, we want to bypass it. We don't want to go near them. We're here to go and find a wish spell and genies.
Okay, Thrazir, which way does the compass point?
Looks to be a little...
It better not. You better not say it's pointing right at the fucking towers.
Well, it looks like it's spinning a bit. I'm not sure which direction to go. Listen, I don't make the rules. What is your history with this place? You seem to recognize it.
Well, it's different than what we're used to. Usually there's 3 of them and they're swarmed with a bunch of disgusting individuals and who knows how what. But I guess the bright side doesn't look like it's standing as well as the few we've seen.
Yeah, I'll have Goose make a perception check, as they're, not moving anywhere closer, but taking a better look at this.
If there's people and individuals, we should avoid it. If it's empty, all right, then maybe we can look at stuff and.
But remember, the other one didn't look how it didn't. It wasn't as it seemed either. Remember, honey?
Yeah. Well,
Does
there was
Tanagrin
also that.
or
Yeah,
brainwash
there's
people
Tanagrin.
with science?
This one, from Goose's best estimation, you don't see. Goose doesn't see movement about the temple grounds. It's still on that strange platform, but there's nothing there.
Also, didn't Tanagrin wipe out, or not wipe out whatever was there, but she sort of moved in and then erased information.
That's what
I'm
she
not
told you.
100%.
I mean, I'm not 100%, I don't believe her completely, but
It's basically hard to say if she was after her own power utilizing the space, or if she, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she could have either utilized the remnants of it, or she could have infused it with her own.
right.
I'm not sure. She did have an inner sanctum that we never got to see, which was curious.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe we investigate this to get a better gleam on the other ones.
Carefully pass through, or pass around it. Get closer if it's safe. Otherwise,
It looks like it's ruined, and if Goose doesn't see any movement, it's potentially uninhabited, or at least loosely inhabited. At least not with a bunch of zealots, so I don't know.
That's true.
Well, we know that Itoris is working with devils, and we know that there's another faction within the city who's working with demons.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe there's answers here. Maybe there's just more questions, and we'll never figure out what's going on.
I keep on forgetting. The temples we're running into are demon aligned or devil aligned?
Devil aligned.
Devil.
Okay.
And devils are the lawful ones, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
They're from the Nine Hells.
So theoretically, the devils could be working with a Taurus of the temples, but we haven't quite found a direct temple linked to a Taurus yet.
Well, keep in mind what we're actually here for. Right now, our quest is to make sure Amon gets his wish spell and to get to Famladan. So that should be our priority.
The thing is spinning, though, right? So what does it spinning mean? We just got to choose something?
The city doesn't show up unless it gets the journey, remember?
The
not
journey
about
is more important
destination.
than the destination, yes. I don't know the exact rules of it. I just follow what the compass wants.
Okay.
It-
I guess
if
we
this
check
being
out the
the
black
only
spire.
landmark, I'd assume it wants us to check it out. But,
I go over to Thrazir and I just bend my face down to his hand where the compass is. I'm like, you suck.
It wants us to have some strife for our reward, I guess. Okay. How do we want to approach the temple? Do you want to head it out now, or should we just approach as a group or send out little birdie?
We should go as a group. So
Yeah.
far, everything that I've dealt with this stuff always seems to mess with my head, and it might lead to another Thrazir
Yeah.
gut.
I give you a hug. I'm like, don't worry, Mal, I'm here.
Okay, no touching. All right, you can.
All right.
That's good. Thank you.
I pat you gently on the shoulder. It's like, okay, no, we're in this together, okay? So let's go.
Alright, marching order. I guess I'll be standing close to Mao, and I guess Pegasus can bring up the rear.
okay. Thrazir.
To say my state on this is a morbid curiosity, but it also
fair.
seems to have a power in knowing what's going on too, which is a little frightening. That's all.
That look good for marching order?
That's a pretty good marching
Yeah,
order.
that's pretty good.
Sure.
You can probably double up if you need to. Well, it's not like there's a
Adequate.
hallway or anything.
We're protecting the squishies.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Right, you guys head forth in a single file. The jungle breaks way as the platform rises before you in this blackened, soot-covered spire, and its two ruined counterparts nestle on the sides of it. It's completely covered in rubble and destruction. but I think we're going to have to get to that next time. It's going on midnight. So, thank you everybody that came out
Is there a
to
map we
watch.
can please look at?
No, there's not.
Damn it!
There's a very nice fireball map that I can show you guys.
I'm sorry, we were just like...
No, I'm not gonna-
one thing.
I'm not gonna force you to do too much stuff.
Fireball, nope.
There wasn't too much lore to be seen in the fireball anyway, but
What if there were genies? Who knows? Maybe we could have made friends and found Family Dan faster.
like I've said, there's almost always something either story driven or special that is attainable at each of these nodes.
If we
or-
skipped the puzzle, we wouldn't have got an item, so we do kind of know to sometimes check out stuff.
Risk reward.
Anywho, once again, thanks everybody for watching. You can catch the Dorkvision stream every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight. You can catch our sister stream over on Wednesdays from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and that is with a different group going through the Undermountain. You can find my books on Drive-Thru RPG, and as well as on the DM's Guild. You can find my City Generator and my Book of Secrets, which just came out for $5 on the DM's Guild. It's useful for making puzzles. In fact, the puzzle that was here today I actually made using my own little puzzle generator thing.
Nice.
But yeah, check it out, and check us out next time as we continue towards this strange black spire and perhaps uncover more secrets, perhaps pertaining to the cult, perhaps pertaining to a Taurus, perhaps it's a red herring, and there's no reason to be there at all. Who knows? We'll find out next time on the Dorkvision stream. See you all next time.
Hi, good night.
Take
Have
care.
a good week.
Yeah.